Live, baby, we live.
Hey.
Can you hear us, Leah?
Yeah, loud and clear. Make sure I ring yours off.
I already did that.
Nobody calling me. I'm not saying shit.
My phone don't ring as is.
Right. Only people calling me is bill collectors.
No,
you know they've been getting mad creative with
Yes.
niggas call me from Quahog, Maryland. I said, what the fuck is Quahog, Maryland?
Bro.
Then I'm like, isn't Quahog a family guy?
Lois?
But have you seen they got the new AI out? They put the feds put a little warning mandate out because scammers now have an AI program that's built into their calling software that can change their accent to fit whatever region they call.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
I believe it. I've gotten some voicemails.
Yeah.
Well, I got the, y'all get the Easy Pass one?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, I
easy
get it all
pass.
the
I was like, what?
I'm like, if anybody fall for this, they just...
I'm like, bro, I ain't even left the state of Maryland. The hell you talking about?
Well, the crazy part is the numbers start with 67, which when I looked it up, I think it's like a London number or some shit like that. Or Indian number. So
Yeah, I've been getting the plus 55s lately.
Nigga, I can't speak. I fell for the one when the nigga told me my social security card was locked. I was like, what?
Oh shit! Nah,
You fell for that? No, listen. I almost fell for a scam recently. It was a really good goddamn
She
scam.
was good?
She was great.
Shout out to her.
She was great. She called me. First, they sent a text message.
Right.
I bank with Wells Fargo.
Right.
They said, "There's a Wells Fargo notice. Someone tried to cash your cashier's check in the amount of $2,500 in your account." So I immediately grabbed my phone. Boop, boop. Lock my account immediately. Phone rings. All right, 877 number. Hello, this is so-and-so calling from Wells Fargo. We noticed some fraudulent activity on your account. And I was already like, are you real? Is this a... Matter of fact, what's your operator ID number? I'm about to call Wells Fargo number right back.
Right.
And ask, you know what I'm saying, and verify that you're a real person.
Right.
So she's, my operator ID number is this, blah, blah, blah. She's like, if you had a different phone you want to call them on, I can hold. I was like...
Oh, she was on it.
Yeah. She was like, I'll hold.
Professional.
So I grabbed the other phone. I called the number that she called from, the 877 number that she called me from. I called that number back. Right. And there's boom, 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 welcome to Wells Fargo, blah, blah, blah. It's the whole Wells Fargo hold music, the whole jiffy. And it takes you through the entire, it sounds just like it. So
guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. We're going to have to do this because that miss was good too. I'm going to still put it in there. But
Pause.
I forgot that. Pause. Actually. And we're back.
We're back.
I apologize.
So you called the
So I called the number.
They answered Wells Fargo.
I called the number. They answer. This Wells Fargo. And the person who fucked it up was that person. Okay, because she had me.
Right.
Okay, but the nigga who was supposed to verify that she was real, he hit me with a, hello, sir, this is Mike. I was like, nigga, your name not Mike. Your name.
Yeah, the Indian voice?
Immediately.
Yeah.
I said, come on, Patesh.
Hey, yo,
your name not Mike. So I grabbed the other phone. I was like, ma'am, hold on one second. Bong hangs up on him, and then I called what I know to be Wells Fargo customer service number.
Right.
And they was like, yeah, nah, that is not us. And so I go back on the phone. Now I'm ready to fuck with her. So I was like, yeah, so I verified everything. What you say you was at it? She was like, no, you didn't, sir. Click, and just hangs up on me. I was like, God damn, yo. But she almost had me. She literally almost had. I was about to start giving her information.
I like to fuck with him.
I love fucking with her.
I think when it comes down to your paper, is the most that you may be like, hold up, wait, let me think about it.
Yeah.
Versus the social security number joint. I had them call me before. He said, yeah, social security number has been compromised. I was like, what is my social? He was like, 3. No,
I broke up with a girl because she got scammed terribly.
Yo, I was just so scared of fear that goes into you. Like, where the goddamn...
In my head, I'm like, if you got this social, you're fucked.
That part, yeah.
How about that? Have it.
Yeah, take it.
I'm trying to get a new one.
I can give it to you.
They got my mother, yo, for like 10 bands.
God damn.
Sorry. I went to beekeeper the motherfuckers. Like, yo, how could you target the elderly like this?
I know that's
because
crazy.
they don't know better. I mean, if I'm a scammer, that's probably my route. That's the way I would go.
Immediately.
Anybody that was born before 1970, I'm probably.
That's my prime pickings. Like that's what I'm going. That's what I'm going after. And I broke up with this chick who I thought I had a future with, but she got scammed for like $3,000. And I was like, nah, I can't.
Yeah, you bad with money. You stupid.
She got hit with the. I gotta move to Africa because my cousin got sick. So buy this car from me, and I'm gonna ship it to you from Michigan.
What?
What?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
wild.
no, I pulled pulled up.
I remember
she was
this
like, I bought a
scam.
car. And I was like, where is it? She's like, oh, they sending it to me.
Remember the scam where they would tell you they had your family member? Yo, I remember this dude, right? I was at work,
You need
right?
somebody to see your grandmother.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I was at work, right? And the dude running there, you feel me? I need to talk to you. You feel me? I got my joint on, you feel me? This is my secondary job. So he like, yeah, they got my son. They got him, and they want $5,000. I don't got 5. I told him I'll send him 1,000. But my son. I said, did you call him? No, I didn't call him. I said, well, try calling him. So he calls him, right? Phone keep going to voicemail. So then, now he really panicking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this shit might be real. So I'm like, oh, you might gotta call some other people to get this.
Yeah, like, oh, this
You get
is
what I'm saying?
some shit.
Then I'm like, call his girl. He called his girl. He like, let's say her name was Tasha. He like, Tasha, where Anthony at? She like, he right here.
He's like, I ain't sending you no money, bitch. I'm not sending you nothing.
He was like,
you can keep that nigga.
Has he been here the whole time? She was like, yeah, he's asleep. He just got off. She like, what's wrong? He like, nothing. No, I'm gonna call you back. He like, oh my God, thank you, sir.
Hold up. How old was the son?
The son had to be like around our age.
Oh, she could have kept that nigga.
So they said he was kidnapped.
Yeah, they was texting. They texted him first, then called him, and they had the Hispanic accent.
Yeah.
And they were saying that they was the cartel, and they had his son. And
Why the fuck would it cost like your kid?
I don't know. You never know what your kid
Why
involved
the
in.
cartel took you gave him $5 grand?
We just talking about.
Organization.
Yes, it is.
My mom
But-
would never go for that.
You never know.
Kidnapped? All right.
You never know what your kid's involved in.
Not that part.
But I think he just was, panicking. Maybe his son in the streets. So
Yeah.
who knows? That's
$5,000.
But yeah, $5 bands not realistic.
5 bands. The cartel asking me for $5 grand.
Yeah.
And then y'all got bigger problems than my son.
Probably be like, you need a financial advisor.
Y'all got bigger issues
What's going on?
than my
Where's
son.
Jeff?
I got one. He do the pub with me every Saturday. He can come give you some advice.
Where's Jeff?
He got his kids. So
Oh, word.
Daddy duty.
yeah.
Yeah, he could have dropped his kids off at my house. Man. That's a house full of
He could have bought me in. Play with Jersey.
He probably wanted a break. It's all good. But all right, y'all. We back. Episode 42.
42.
Yeah.
Today we got our guest Reece here.
Hey, what's good, people?
He going to talk on these topics that we got today. We got Kiyon here, Leah here, T here, and as always,
Jeff is with us remotely.
Yes, Jeff is definitely with us remotely.
Yeah,
And as always,
In spirit.
If you're feeling frisky,
no,
go ahead
nigga,
and comment,
like, follow,
nigga.
and subscribe. And
No,
if you feel
I
it,
don't
you
want-
didn't say
no,
that.
You didn't say it.
I said, okay,
Do your job.
I am doing.
I got one job.
Anyway, like, follow, subscribe, and if you're feeling what,
Frisky, go ahead and comment. That's my job.
we gonna spin that intro. Alright, y'all, we back, and as always, we start with our mental health check-in. We're gonna start with Leah. Leah, how is your brain?
My brain is on vacation.
Yes, you do have a trip coming up.
Flight leaves tomorrow morning.
You trust the plane?
That's an insane question to ask the night before you leave.
You gotta ask that now.
But you got nowadays you have to ask that question.
No,
Wait,
I'm
what
prayed
airline
up.
you flying?
We good. American Airlines. We good.
One of them was upside down.
We good.
Southwest ain't been having no problems, so I'm gonna stick with
Southwest ain't been having no issues. Southwest ain't been
that.
having
And Spirit, which is crazy.
Spirit got other issues. The planes is fine.
Yeah, they'll get you there.
They'll get you there.
They'll get you there.
Spirit got other
That
issues.
in my bags.
Like, you might have to watch the ladies at the counter fight first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
a
you
lot
want some
happening.
entertainment, definitely fly Spirit.
This is doing TikToks and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, not the TikToks.
Not the pilot coming out like this.
Right.
Not that.
But-
If I say fly high, it's from my social.
Not the pilot having Crocs on.
Shit online and shit.
Yo, Crocs. If my pilot came out with Crocs, open his goddamn open his hatch.
Immediately, right now.
Let me off.
Let me out right now.
I hate
Let me out, though.
But
I'm dead
that's
serious.
it, Leah. That's all you got for us? You good? Well, she on vacation mode, y'all. They about to go to
Cruising.
where y'all going? Mexico?
Yeah, Cancun.
Beautiful.
Cancun?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. How about you, Key? How you feeling?
How about you? How was your week?
My week was good. I had a good week.
My apologies, T. I didn't know if you wanted to
No,
speak
it's
or
okay.
not.
It's all right.
You normally don't speak.
I don't, but I had a good
Trying
week.
to leave my black sister out.
I didn't do that. I was just following protocol.
T had a good week.
That's what's up, T.
How about you, Key?
A trying week. A very much so trying week. We'll just leave it at that. But
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm good.
Yeah. How about you, Reece?
Every day's a good day, even when it's not, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Above ground. Really?
Listen, if the grass is green and not brown, it's a good day. But I'm on medication. As y'all know, I got sick last year, but they upped my medicine, so I'm side effect king. So this week has been managing side effects. Like it's just, outside from that though, I'm happy to be alive.
I'm the same way because my blood pressure medicine, they gave me a different one, and one of the what's it called? One of the symptoms, the side effects, I'm sorry, was swelling. So I've been dealing with that shit.
Yeah. Yep.
What's going on?
It's knife something.
He just take
You don't want to stab a nigga pill. Manage your blood
Any
pressure.
moment.
Amphetamine. Thank you.
Yeah, that shirt's fire.
Yeah,
Shirt's
Mr.
fire.
Mello. I got it from TikTok Shop, surprisingly.
Yeah, TikTok Shop.
And it's really good material.
Bro.
Like when I felt it, I was like, "Oh, this
TikTok Shop be having that shit low
Really?
key.
I
like feel the
appreciate
material
y'all.
on this shit because I thought it was gonna be foamy.
What is that, velvet?
TikTok Shop be having that shit though. But yeah, he definitely came with a
Yes, this is
fire fit. From
Mental
head to
Health
toe.
Matters T-shirt.
He
You
did
feel what I'm
that.
saying? Because I definitely believe
Hey,
y'all
yo.
should be
I
checking
just
on our
read the
mental
shirt that
health.
says the same
Super
thing.
pause, no homo. This nigga Tony be in the gym. He told me feel his shirt. I low key felt the shirt and then felt the muscle. Ow!
That's all he do.
Like ow!
He living that.
Yeah,
joint,
no, this
yo.
nigga really be in the gym.
Yeah, I
Really live in
really
the
mean
gym.
it. My stomach don't say that. But
No, nigga, your arm, dude.
He's gotta work his way down.
yeah, I be
I
lifting.
grabbed the shirt and I was like, ow, nigga. Damn, that shit hurts. Goddamn.
But my week was cool.
Yeah, it was
It
yours.
wasn't stressful. You know what I find surprising? Every time, so with my oldest son, I share custody, and I hate this shit, but it just makes sense for my life. When I don't have him, like work is just smooth. I leave on time. Nobody want to go to trial. Nothing. Like, I just go home.
Right.
The week I had him,
Everything.
everything going
Haywire.
wrong.
That's how
Everything.
Facts of life.
I'm just
Facts
like,
of life, yo.
what is it when I have you that everybody now want to?
Facts of life. It's the way the universe works,
They
man.
don't want you to be home and spend that quality time with you.
Facts of life,
Somebody
bro.
is praying on your downfall or something like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But let's go ahead and get into these topics. Just a side note for y'all out there, we are doing something new to the show. We felt like our last pod was definitely a good pod, and if anything, it felt more authentic to us.
Yeah, we was vibing.
Yeah, we was vibing. Normally we have topics to talk about. I mean, we got topics, but normally we follow a certain structure. But I wanted to try something different, and I wanted to freestyle it and just bring up things that, we think about that we really don't get to when we pod sometimes. 'Cause there's a lot of things I don't get to.
Yeah, because sometimes we go down rabbit holes, and the rabbit holes is good, just like a form of the freestyle, but, it's better. Like, I like this better. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can do either one, but this is cool, though.
But the other way is you gotta do your homework. Sometimes you don't got time.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
he had, like, but he's very meticulous with the joint. Like on Wednesdays, we have all the topics with cliff
talking
notes,
points and-
and on top of that, links to the actual video if you hadn't saw it. So it made you, brush up on it just in case you didn't see it. But at the same time, I know me, I would look at it the day of, or some of the stuff I saw already.
Yeah.
But this is, I don't know, it feel more like.
Relax.
You know what I mean?
No, so when you hit me and invited me on this week, I had that issue. So I was like, okay, I want to come to the table with something.
Right.
And then the way my brain works, I jump off a cliff. So I do the deep dive all the time. So I deep dive into different topics, and I'm realizing like if I bring these things to the table, I'm going to be the only person with this much information about it, possibly.
Right.
So I don't.
I'm online a lot, so.
Well, forgive me.
Yeah.
I know him like that.
Yeah.
We cool.
Yeah.
but we don't have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As
So
time goes on,
no, absolutely. You my nigga. Now I fuck with you 8 days a week.
Yeah.
To be clear, 8 days a week I fuck with you. But I didn't want to bring a topic to the table and then be the only nigga talking about it. You feel what I'm saying?
But
So
I feel like
I had to walk back a lot of the shit I was going to bring to the table.
Right. I feel like though, like depending on the topic, like I'm gonna dive into it. Like if I find it interesting,
I can find. Like, I think we all have that ability to find something within the topic, even if we have a lot of knowledge about it, to find a point that I can chime in here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And when in doubt, I got this magic little device that, just in case I don't know, pick up this good phone right here
yeah, we be
and look
fucked up
real
if it was
quick.
the 90s.
That,
Huh?
nigga, I don't know.
Oh, we are.
Can you imagine? I was thinking about this shit the other day. If you had to go to the encyclopedia for your information stuff,
You want to hear a
like,
funny story about that? So look, right.
that's how you know the shit funny. Nigga start laughing at himself when he say a word.
So I was fucking up in school and shit, right?
Right.
This is when PlayStation 2 first like really came out. So that Christmas I got the PlayStation 2.
Right.
So you feel me? I know that morning when I dip, you know, the game there. You feel what I'm saying? Like alright, and I ain't have a memory card just yet. So you know you gotta like
the game off.
can't cut the game off.
Yeah, you gotta leave that joint off.
Fuck it. So I go to school and shit. Come home. I go to the kitchen, grab me a Pop-Tart.
What kind of pop?
Yeah, I was
The
just about to ask
strawberry, you know, the strawberry,
With the frosting.
Yeah, with the frosting.
Okay.
I mean, I do like the one without it too.
Oh.
But that's an acquired taste.
that's a little.
But
didn't
back then, yes,
Yeah,
it
I've
was the
never-
one with the frosting. Because I
never acquired
ain't like
the
the
taste.
cinnamon one. I hated
No.
that one.
What, the brown sugar?
The cinnamon-
Yeah, brown sugar.
You don't fuck with the brown sugar?
I like it now.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Back then, it was just the strawberry joint.
Yeah, strawberry.
I ain't step outside of that realm.
So I go grab the strawberry joint, right? Come back to the room. And you know how, like, as a kid, like, you know how you leave your room and shit.
Absolutely, 100%.
So
Absolutely.
I'm like, you know, you know, in my head, that's how I'm bopping to the room.
Y'all had the Nickelodeon theme.
Right. So I stopped. I said, what the fuck? Like, cause something's different.
Yeah.
I turned to my right. My fucking PlayStation 2 gone. And you know what's there? Encyclopedias. A whole thing of encyclopedias from A to Z.
Yes.
But what did you do?
Yes.
I was fucking up in school.
Okay,
Yes.
So my father is sitting at the door because my room was across from his room because we lived in an apartment.
Right.
And he's just sitting there like,
Yeah. He waiting. He waiting to see your reaction.
I told you.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pissed. Like, I got a whole new desk.
Yes. Yes.
For encyclopedias.
Encyclopedia.
God damn.
Britannicas.
You fucking smart as a, you should be smart as a bitch by this moment.
He was like, yeah, I took that PlayStation and sold it and I got you that.
Damn, he sold the PlayStation?
He didn't really sell
Oh,
it,
I was
but-
about to say.
Sound good.
That's insane.
But I didn't find it out till summertime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
that
believe
shit was in the
that.
closet the whole time.
Yeah.
That's a good dad right there.
That's a great dad.
But I was
In hindsight,
pissed.
And
I
the
was
kid though
pissed.
hated that nigga, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely,
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely fucking hate you, and you're the worst dad ever. And
But
I
that shit was hilarious. Could you
No.
imagine?
Yeah.
No, hell
I mean,
no.
Coming from the kitchen.
Hell no.
Like, yeah, I'm about
Yeah,
to
You already got your mind made up.
there.
What
Like,
you about to do?
You already there.
And
you
you
know?
see a bunch of fucking
PlayStation
books.
Encyclopedia.
PlayStation 2, you was about to jump straight into Twisted Metal. This nigga was like, yeah, no, I'm about to go kill
No, my
some
shit was Tony Hawk back then.
Oh no,
Okay.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
That game was fire.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's fire.
Instead, motherfucker, you gonna
Fire.
find Tony
That
Hawk
nigga would have
in the
looked up Tony
encyclopedias.
Hawk. That's what he did. He would have looked up
Them
Tony
shits definitely came in handy though.
Oh,
like
yeah.
later on,
Encyclopedias was
like
clutch.
8th grade, 9th grade, them shits came in handy.
Encyclopedias was
They so
clutch.
fucking outdated now.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Antiquated.
Yeah,
are.
kids don't probably.
They are.
Jacob probably don't even know what an encyclopedia is.
My
My-
mother has like a collector set, so he knows what they
You
are.
know what they are.
My
Like, I
children
know,
have
like,
never seen an encyclopedia.
for real.
Nope. I was thinking about that shit earlier, like the shit that our kids will never experience.
Oh yeah, cause like my little sister, she's 18.
On Yellow Pages.
Yeah, and I'm like, I remember one day I was like, you know what a payphone is? She was like, nah.
They're like, this shit. You pay for this phone, right?
You know what a DVD is?
This is a payphone.
Yeah.
A VHS, a beeper. Like I remember, then we get into a conversation about the two-way, but because I thought, because I was wrong, I thought the first Sidekick was just a two-way at first.
Yeah, no.
But it was a phone.
It was a phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
phone. We
Because-
had to reference a video and some other shit.
Yeah, we had to look up the fact, because I
He's
remember.
like, I know for a
I
fact.
was there.
Oh shit, you was there.
What happened? Because I said my dad. I remember we watched the Fab video, and
Yes.
my dad was like, "Yo, what the fuck is that?" And I remember he went and go, went and got it.
Right.
But I thought it was just a two-way at first.
Yeah, nah, that's
Kids,
the whole phone.
A two-way. Let me explain this.
Two-way pager.
Back in the day, right,
Roller.
we couldn't text from our phones. We had to get a two-way. And you could only two-way somebody who had a two-way. If they didn't have a two-way.
Yeah, remember we
But
went.
that's not entirely true. Because they had some beepers had the capability of receiving text messages. They couldn't send text messages, but they could.
That makes sense.
Now,
That makes sense.
I think not the one that you look at it like this one, but the one that was
Yeah,
sideways.
the sideways. Not the
Yeah.
joint you be on top. It was a side.
I had a green one.
You could two-way that, but you couldn't get
No
nothing
bullshit.
back.
I remember my cousin gave me her beeper. It was the clear joint. It was red.
It
I
was
remember.
like the red.
Fire!
Yeah, I had a
They
green clean
was
one.
fire.
It was fire as
My
shit.
dad gave it to me.
They was fire.
A beeper back in the day, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, to find that thing called a
Drug
payphone.
dealer.
Listen, I had the privilege of my father being in the technology space for work, so he always had the latest, greatest device. Now, my father was a nigga who got high, okay? So that device eventually got sold, but he came home with the latest, great. Like we had a laptop before I even knew what a computer was. Like when I was like 4. This nigga came home with a big ass box that had a screen this big. It flipped open with a keyboard. You had to take a phone receiver and put it on the back of it to communicate. I used to play chess with a nigga in China. That's how I learned to play chess at 4 years old.
Yo,
was on that computer.
That's crazy because like I'm thinking too. Like I don't know if you've seen this, but lately, like I follow this '90s retro page, and sometimes they'll post shit. So they just recently posted a museum of phones. And when I saw that motherfucking G1 and BlackBerry in there, I said, "Yo, we can't be this old."
We are that old.
Me too.
I had a G1. I had a BlackBerry.
I hated those phones. I hated the
I
BlackBerry.
had a BlackBerry. I
You
remember.
hated BlackBerry?
I hated
I remember them
What?
BBM messages.
I hated BlackBerry.
I loved my Black. Yo, arguing on a BlackBerry was like the best for me.
Nah.
Yo, and what was
Cause I
crazy,
knew a
like,
bitch had the T9 text.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm about to flame your ass up.
and it wasn't many people that had a BlackBerry. Like I was.
I hate
And I bought mine from a pawn shop. That's crazy, bro.
Nah,
Yeah.
I had
one.
I had working.
I got rid of that shit quick.
Working fucking drug dealing parents, so you know
Yeah.
I was afforded a lot of things that I probably didn't deserve or needed, but they felt.
What was your first phone?
My first phone. Crazy about that is that my mother worked for Nextel.
Okay.
She was in
So
the
Chirp was your first one.
there's a certain department that she worked in, troubleshooting and all of that other good stuff.
Right.
Telecommunications, whatever the fuck it is. But nonetheless, my first phone was no, actually I'm lying. It was that little Nokia with the snake game on it. Yeah.
Oh, the big joint. The blue, yeah, with the pad.
Yeah, I had that.
Yo, them shits used to like stay alive forever.
Yeah, they never died. That was my first phone, and then and then after that, I had Nextels.
I remember somebody said
forever.
Nokia's was the first phone they made a case to protect the floor.
Man,
That's how strong
you couldn't break them bitches,
You couldn't
bro.
break them shits at all.
Nokia did make the first customizable cell phone though. Like you could change the face of the phone.
Yeah, I remember that.
it used to-
Okay.
yeah,
You know what's
pop out.
crazy? I got hustled out of my first cell phone. And I've never told this story because I remember I told my father I lost it, but I remember me,
You gonna beat your ass now.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that. I remember
Trying to say
me,
you
my
beat
father. Not me and my father. I remember me, my homeboy Adrian, and our homeboy Josh. We went down on Liberty Heights, right there. You know where the New York Fried Chicken is. I know.
Which New York Fried Chicken?
The
Which
one
one?
right there, like right when
Little guys in Gwinnett,
Yeah, that's gonna.
across from 4G's liquor store.
Yeah, it's the one where the gas station and all that. shit.
That's Liberty Heights.
Josh went
4Gs.
down there to buy some teas or something. He was down there to buy something, and there was a nigga in there doing the what's that game? You know the game? You know the game?
Car Molly.
No,
one where they got the
with the little red ball.
on the- yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know what
I
it's
know the
called.
name of it, but I know what
My
you're talking
cousin,
about.
my cousin, nice at that shit. He do that shit in the subways in New York.
So I was like, I'm a try my hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, he's like, what you got, yo? What you got? I'm like, I got this Nextel, this chirp. It was the one that went like this, the vertical chirp.
Yeah.
So you know,
Like a walkie-talkie.
yeah. So you know, I put that up for the bet. You feel me? He go through the thing. I'm thinking I know exactly where the ball. I'm like, man, the ball right there. bro, lift it up, ball ain't there. I'm like, what the fuck? But I felt like I paid attention, but then I learned from watching, what's the joint with Damon Wayans and Marlon?
Damon and
Marlon?
A movie?
Yeah, was it
More Money?
More Money.
Yeah, when he had the motherfucking Rolex.
Remember
on his ankle.
they was doing that shit in the park. So when they did the ball joint, remember that he showed his brother how to lift the ball up with the cup.
With the cup, yeah.
So I'm like, I wonder, and then like I just when I randomly watched it, I
definitely
was like, I wonder if that's what the fuck
He
happened.
So you really
got
gave him your phone? Why you ain't run?
I don't know.
No, we had to fight about that
Fucking
phone.
honest Abe over here.
We had to fight about
I'm
that.
not giving a street nigga with a ball in the cup.
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck
I
out
done
of
flipped the
here.
table. When I was doing that shit,
I was 12. Like,
give a fuck about
I don't
it.
know.
especially at 12. I'm flipping the table over
Right.
and I'm running.
And I'm out of there. Give me,
And you
Mush
went
nigga
to
on
other
my way
niggas.
out.
I'll give you
You
nothing.
went to your homeboy. I would have
Yeah.
felt like we could have took that.
Not giving you nothing,
Like I would have
dickhead.
tried my hand. I was a fighter. I would have definitely punched him in his mouth.
I
Oh
ain't
no,
gonna-
I was
Yeah,
a
I'm not
fighter.
giving
I didn't become
Nothing,
a fighter
dickhead.
until I got tired.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm not even a fighter, but I still would have ran.
Nah, I was just
I'm
like,
fighting.
I'd have punched him in the
lost.
shit. I'd have punched him in the shit.
But yeah, I was like, I lost.
I had hit ass parents. I think I was taught.
It
how to
wasn't
fight
even that. I
when
just
was
moved a
born.
lot.
No, so for
always
me,
the
right,
hero.
all right, so for me, right, like, the whole fighting thing, when I realized death was real,
Yeah.
that's when I kind of, like, strayed away from, because before I used to fight all the time, but when, I remember some people tried to off my uncle, and I saw that, and I witnessed it, so it was like, and this is at, like, 6, 7 years old, so I stayed away from fighting for a while. But until I got tired one day, and I was just like, if I die, I die. Fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna let these niggas keep disrespecting me and
That
shit.
part.
I fought some twins. Nigga said something about my mother. I just was like, you know what? Quick story. That shit was funny. The nigga kept making fun of my mother. So I remember I told my father. He was like,
Time, Nate.
you need to tell the teacher. I'm like, nigga, I'm not telling my teacher. Like, you wouldn't tell a teacher. I heard stories about you. You wouldn't tell no teacher. So the next day I go in gym. Yo say something about my mother. I just walk up to him. Wow! Just slap the shit out. Yeah. Wow! This nigga, he like this.
Right with his motherfucking brains loose.
So as I'm nervous as shit, so I grab all my shit, right? So I hear somebody run. I'm like, this gotta be his brother. His brother jumped on my back. So when I went to Pikesville, they had these brick walls in the gym. So I just turn around, I just throw you on the back of the wall and shit. This is when I realized I was big as shit. So it so happened to be Parent Teacher Day.
Yeah.
And this is back when they let the parents come to the school and shit. So I'm at the locker. You remember on Juice when Bishop was at the locker? Mm-hmm. So I closed my locker. His father.
It was right there.
You told I just.
Hold on.
It wasn't.
Hold on. His father right there, right? Boom. He shut the locker. He like, you always pick on somebody your own size. But I'm looking down at this nigga.
You should have mushed it.
And I'm like, yo, I really am big as shit. But we gonna be right back and finish we gonna start these topics. We just was rambling, but you know, we be right back. All right, y'all, we are back.
Hey.
Let's get into these topics. So we was kind of rambling. I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say I didn't. But Leah,
right.
what we got first?
First one is, do we spend too much time being consumed with paying bills and keeping up?
I think so.
Keeping up in the sense of what?
I mean, I think everybody, like, all right, so I know keeping up with the Joneses is like a thing, right? There's keeping up with the Joneses, and then there's also trying to just stay in the relevancy of what's happening.
Okay.
I think those are two completely different things, because keeping up with the Joneses means you really chasing behind.
Yeah,
like somebody's influencing you.
Some
to do
Yeah,
this.
but
somebody.
then you have keeping up with the times in a sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, the
like
latest
niggas not
greatest-
wearing South Pole or
Right.
Echo or Rockaway.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
We want to stay within the fashion groups. I think personally, the reason that why I asked that question was because I was having a conversation with somebody at work, and we were talking about like me in a sense, but like my cologne collection. Mm-hmm. And they was like, yo, you be having that shit. And I'd be like, yeah, but I know how to afford it too. Like, I'm not like breaking my neck to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like for some of you, I'm giving y'all some free game. Hear me out. So like, and I was pissed when I found this out. So for my birthday last year, I had went to King of Prussia? Prussia.
Philly.
Right. So I originally went there to go get some Cartiers.
Yeah.
But I ain't like the service in the store. So I'm like, well, I want some cologne. So I go to what's that? They got Neiman Marcus or Saks Fifth. One of them.
They got both of them.
They got both.
I think I went to Neiman Marcus and I went and smell the Bond. You feel me? Tribeca. And I'm like, yo, how much this? They're like, yo, that's $4.50. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna get it, right?
Right.
Come back home. I had actually ordered some cologne and I forgot about it.
Okay.
But it was like some shit that I seen off of like TikTok or something that people would suggest. Matter of fact, I follow this guy called the bow tie fragrance guy. So he be having some fire. So he'll show you how to not only buy the expensive shit, but the
dupes.
Yeah. So I bought a dupe, and that shit smelled exactly like Tribeca. I was pissed. But in the same sense, the only problem with the dupe was it was very alcoholic and it didn't last.
Yeah, and it burned. So it more or less it wasn't. It was a toilet versus being a perfume or elixir.
Right. So in my research, I had found this website called fragrance.net.
Yeah.
I use them all the time.
Right. Didn't know about them.
And then you got Joma Shop too.
Joma Shop, never heard of that one.
Yeah, Joma Shop is fire too.
Never heard of it.
I went on fragrance.net. And that shit was half the price.
Yeah, half the price.
And I was fucking
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Because fragrance.net, I think it was like they gave me a discount on it, so I think it came to like $2.30.
And it's the actual Jiffy. Like it's not even the dupe. It's real.
Joma Shop is like having Uber and Lyft. You might go on Lyft and see that the price is too high, so you go check on Uber, and it's like there's maybe $3 cheaper. So you say,
well, no, what fragrance.net do? They sell the what do they call? I just had the word in my head and I just lost it. Like the ones they mess up. So like it might be a problem with the bottle. It might be a problem with the packaging.
So it's like a Marshalls.
Yeah. Marshalls sell last season items.
But they also sell defective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They also sell defective items.
I didn't know that about Marshalls. I thought it was just
they sell. Nah, it's Marshalls too. Trust me. Marshalls, TJ Maxx.
Burlington never had nothing that's crazy.
Yeah, but they is.
I know they all sell previous seasons.
Yeah, previous seasons and also stuff with defects.
But yeah, that's what fragrance.net do. They sell defective merchandise.
Yeah, Joma Shop does as well. Then they have just the show enough that, but it's always cheaper than going in a store. But even like with me, I'm into cologne. I'm not gonna say that I have as many as you or who has the most, but people out there, ladies and men, if y'all can help it. If you're not gonna buy a perfume or elixir, just don't buy it. Stop buying that toilet. You agree?
Yeah.
No toilets. You buying toilets, you wasting your money. You might as well carry the bottle of cologne or perfume in your pocket because it's gonna wear by the end of the day.
I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you in a cologne game because I collect. So watches and cologne is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
watches is my thing too.
Watches, that's I got my wife. When I got married, my wife got me a custom made watch box. So that's how much I'm into watches. So it's the service they be advertising online for this shit. It's the cologne joint, Scentbird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spend $20 a month because you get to try colognes and not have the obligation of buying them if you don't like them. Okay. And then if you do like the cologne, they'll sell it to you at a discounted rate.
Okay.
You know what's crazy?
So now are they the question? I'm sorry. No,
go ahead.
So with Scentbird, they're sending you samples of, let's say, Bond No. 9 New York Nights. They're sending you the Scentbird.
Yeah. They send you a 1.7 ounce.
And then if you like it, you have the option to buy the actual size bottle.
Absolutely.
Okay. So and do you pick your cologne scents that you want?
No. It's like you create a queue.
Okay.
3 colognes at a time. 3 months. You know what I'm saying? 3 months at a time. Well, my subscription, I get 2 a month. I don't get 1. I've been with them for a while, so they up me to 2 a month. Yeah. And I select the ones I want, and they send me those too. And if I don't select something, they send me things that people who like the selections I've made also have chosen. Okay. So they actually
popular.
No. They don't get into the popular because
they go into.
I'm not like a woody smell type of cologne. Okay. I don't like woody smelling colognes.
But that's more for winter though.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I wear my colognes in season. Like right now, I got on Tribeca mixed with a little bit of tobacco time forward.
So
Right.
I like layering, and they say like with layering, and I've tried it myself as well. You know, if you do a oaky scent, your second scent that you layer it with should be more of a sweeter scent.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just not a I'm not a woodsy smelling.
That's not what I do.
Okay.
But hold on.
I mean, you can mix the two together. It's no.
But let's get back on the topic.
Yeah, I was saying, I like where y'all was going, but what did this have to do? What does
Well,
this
yes,
have to do with the question?
yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Next time.
He always say, what was the question?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about clothes, bitch.
Yeah, that's what I thought we got with it.
The question was, are we finding people that keep up? You know, are we living life too much with keeping up?
Keeping up and
So
or
I
paying
think that some
bills
people
and
do.
some
I think
paying
that some
bills
people
as well.
do.
That's
But-
one of the things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because look, I had a chick once tell me, like, this is when I had first jumped into the career field that I'm in, and the money wasn't adding up to me because when I did security, I was making more money, but I had to work more. So I thought going into that field would have, you know, I would have made more money essentially, and I had to work as hard.
Right.
I was used to bring home like $1,800 at the time,
Right.
and I was bringing home like
Yeah.
$900. That shit was crazy. But I remember she said, you know, you be stressing yourself out. She was like, fuck it, if you overdraft, you overdraft. Like,
Nah, I can't.
you gotta
No,
live,
that's
you gotta live your
That's
life.
insane.
No,
That's
you
insane.
shouldn't live your life like that, but you shouldn't revolve your life around the next bill you got to pay either. Like, yes, be responsible, but you can't live your life.
It's about finding the balance.
Yeah,
yo.
you can't.
Like,
Yeah, you have to have a balance. You can't live your life to pay
because
bills.
I want what I want when I want it,
That's
but I
true,
also
yeah.
want my family to be secure and safe, right? So
Absolutely.
I got to make sure that the house is paid for. I got to make sure that the lights are paid for, that the heat works in the wintertime. And I got to make sure I have 3 months of that just in case some shit go wrong, right? But at the same time, you know, I'm gonna go spend $300 on the dinner. Like we gonna go eat the steak at the place.
Bro,
we like the
once
steak.
I got put on the steak
You know what I'm
house,
saying?
I cannot go back.
Can't go back.
I couldn't go
like,
back.
no,
You can't.
We'll do Outback on a whim, like just on some.
Yeah.
Oh, I just picked it up from the train station. It's 9:30. So yeah, we'll go grab some.
I'm more of
Outbacks
a
real quick.
Longhorn person, but
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's
Texas
fair.
Roadhouse.
That's fair.
Texas
I don't-
Roadhouse got a fire steak too.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse tastes like they killed the cow out back and they cooked it.
Let's not confuse that with all Texas Roadhouse. I'm talking about one in particular that I had went to, and the steak was fire. My expectations were very, very
No,
low.
I'm capping.
side note. Hold on, just a side note, right? Now I just had this thought. We're getting away from the question, but fuck it. Do y'all think there is a difference from a restaurant being in a more rural
Absolutely.
area than
By
an
rural, you
urban
mean
area?
Caucasian?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. That's not where I was trying to go. Leah said it.
What, Leah?
It's
No,
okay.
what she mean where white people live
And black
then
people.
black
Absolutely.
people.
Absolutely.
The dynamic
I
changes.
give me the Walmarts, nigga. The Walmart on Liberty Road right
Oh.
here versus the Walmart on Liberty Road in Eldersburg.
It's two
completely
entirely different
It's night and
places.
day.
It's two entirely different
Absolutely.
places. It's two
Like,
entirely
I ain't
different
gonna hold you
places.
for a while. I would go to the Marshalls in Sykesville versus the
Because they have
I'll
better
go to
quality
everything
of
in
things.
Sykesville versus
Bro, they have
everything
every
in Randallstown.
the Coles in Sykesville is fire. Like they little athletic.
The Noodles and Company in Sykesville
Yeah,
is
they
fire.
just give them
compared to
better
the one
quality.
that's down
It
here.
could be the same
And I
restaurant, but the
hate to
quality.
say that.
But it's the
So no,
truth.
and it's keeping it a stack and a half. It ain't about the place; it's about the people that work in the places.
That's true.
And the people that work in places are normally the people that are remote to that area. And unfortunately, those places have people who hold, like they care about the quality of work more than
Yeah,
other places.
yeah.
And I mean that's just fact of the
Cause I ain't
matter.
gonna hold you. If I walk into a Chipotle and I see a bunch of teenagers in there,
I'm walking out.
walk
Yeah.
Like, listen, it's a Chipotle in Foundry Row. It's a Chipotle up by Trader Joe's.
I hate the
I'm
one in
going to
Foundry
the
Row.
one in Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
every
I
single
hate
time.
Foundry Row.
Yeah.
Foundry Row is the worst,
It's the worst
place.
You walk in there, it's guacamole on the door.
Yo,
Like,
it be 3 o'clock in the afternoon and
They don't have
they
nothing.
don't have anything.
No.
They have nothing. We're out of chicken.
Bro,
We're out of wraps. We're out of rice.
I took my kids
We're
there.
out of
I
rice.
took my kids there one night, right? I said, "Y'all want Chipotle for dinner?" They're like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "All right, I could drive up to the one by Franklin. I could go here." I said, I had just got to work. I didn't feel like it, so we went to the one in Foundry Road.
Never.
I knew better, but I did it anyway, right? So my kids get in there. I said, y'all order y'all food. I'm not ordering it for y'all. Y'all gotta start. Y'all talk. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they old enough to order their own food. So everything my son was asking for, they like, we don't have that. He looking back at me. I'm like, all right, what else you want? He like, nigga, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's nothing
This nigga got a bowl of rice,
I'm
basically.
literally like no bullshit because I like guac. I know a lot of people don't.
I
like
love
I don't
guac,
fuck with
yo.
guac. I don't like avocado at all.
I
Neither.
literally
That texture.
It's the texture of it. I don't like
I'm
the
a
texture.
the
I'm
guac with
yeah.
that salad dressing they had.
No, the honey vinaigrette is
Yeah,
good.
yeah, the vinaigrette.
Yo, listen.
I've literally.
That honey vinaigrette is top tier.
Yes.
Like, that shit is top tier.
Reece, look,
Whatever.
and then I do this, right? I get a side of sour cream and I pour the vinaigrette in the sour cream,
Mix
whip
it
it
up.
up, and
Nigga.
then drizzle that joint over
I pour that
there.
shit on my eggs, nigga. Like, that shit is fire.
Listen. I've
That shit is
literally
fire.
had them make me a bowl. Got to the end, right?
And they didn't have the honey vinaigrette? I don't want the bowl.
I don't want the bowl.
Because the vinaigrette
I'm on
completes the
Tony's
bowl.
time. I asked that question first. When I go to Chipotle, hey, do y'all have any honey vinaigrette? Cool. Then all of us gonna place our order. Like, cause I got everybody in the house on it. Like, it's
Yeah, like that
no.
completes the bowl. Without
Absolutely.
that, take it back.
It's no like it's no point. Like most of the times when I go to Chipotle, I'm fiending for the guac and the honey vinaigrette.
So the guac I can't fuck with.
Yeah, I
But
get
the honey
it. I get it.
vinaigrette.
Yeah, that's my
That
shit.
honey vinegarette's so good. I go to Taco Town when I'm at work. It's a spot called Taco Town. It's 2 up downtown. I go to Taco Town to get my food, then go to Chipotle to get the honey vinaigrette.
Oh yeah, you fuck with that.
Yeah, no, I fuck with it like
now,
that.
Look, this my fat shit. So they be like, do you want tortilla chips? No. I go to the Wawa, whatever store is closed, and I get that blazing buffalo blue bag of Doritos.
Nah, nigga. My daughter put me on to that one. She did. But yeah,
That's my shit.
I don't know
It's
that.
the blue bag.
No, the dance.
Oh, that's the I'm happy
That's
dance.
the I'm happy dance.
That's that nigga.
But
You feel
yeah.
me?
But back to the question at hand, I do feel like it comes with a level of maturity where you realize like you care about your comforts and your needs more than what you care about other people's opinions of what you have. And that just come with that come with a level
That's
of
the funny
maturity.
thing about adulthood. Like once you get to a certain age, because like I find myself in that space too, just in general overall.
Yeah.
And I know it's a little off subject, but somebody was telling me it's a song going viral with it's how I go like Drake goes to.
Yeah, I know the song. Yeah, he redid the.
What beat is that?
I just wanna. Whose song is that? They got a line dance to it. When I think about you,
Yeah, that's
I think up to me. Yes.
So somebody was like, because
They call that shit YB now.
Yeah.
The
so
young nigga.
I had posted a song from the West Coast, and I was like, yo, I miss when music was kind of regional.
Yeah.
Where you would hear a song,
And you know that nigga from the West Coast.
or you
know
would
that
hear
nigga
something
from
from down
West.
south.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know. And she was like, yeah, I miss that too. She was like, but I like this song. Da 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 da. And I'm like, yo, I'm in a space where like I want my R&B to be R&B. I don't want to hear you killing niggas.
You killing niggas with
Yeah,
melody.
but
you feel me?
look,
Like,
you know,
you harmonizing.
So
by
it's like
killing
the
niggas.
same way with like my bills and shit. Like it's like I'm in a space where it's like, yeah, I might want something at the time, but if it don't make sense to have, I'm not about to get it just to,
that part.
Yeah, I
You know
pass
what I'm
up on a lot of things that I may want. I ain't gonna say all of them, but I pass up on a lot of things that I'm like, you know what? Now is probably not the time. But like y'all was saying, like I'm also at the age like, yeah, I like clothes and sneakers. That's like my bag or whatever the case may be. But you know, it's certain things that it really doesn't like. Yes, they're nice.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to have them. Like I like that. You know, my car is fully functional. Whatever year it may
Yeah.
be, so ain't no lights on the dashboard.
Right.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, once you get to a certain age, it's more about the comfortability. Like it's like,
That part.
do I want to be comfortable or do I want to be in whatever
just wanna
fit
be stable.
or whatever this item is? Do I want the clout from that? Which 9 times out of 10, you're not really going to get it. Like in the sense of like, all right, quick story. I remember when Trues like became a thing.
You always got a quick story. It's
And-
never quick.
It is quick. And I remember
Tell a long story long.
Straight up.
I went. Hold on, let me get this off. I remember I went and bought the Trues. It was like 3 something, right?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck the bitches up with this. I ain't get no pussy,
At all.
right? took them shits right back.
What you thought you was about to walk out the door and
Yeah.
No,
Oh
my God,
you
gonna be like this.
You rationalize shit like that, and you're like niggas really do think like that though.
Cause no bullshit, I had that experience with my iPhone. So like at the time,
That's all it takes is one
You
time.
got some pussy just off of pulling out an iPhone?
Yeah.
It's
Nigga, I would hate that story.
Yeah.
And I know that happened to you, but she's just clearly she was an airhead.
No, I got a couple.
They're airhead.
Cause that was the time you like. All right, so this is a book I read called "Start with Why," and pretty much the book speaks on like why certain entities or companies do well.
right.
So the book has spoke on why Apple was doing better than Android, even though Android technically would have been the better
phone.
phone. Well, it was speaking on MP3 players.
Okay.
Why Android was really the better MP3 player? Because you remember the Zoomies, the Zooms.
Mm-hmm.
Most people thought those were better as far as electronically than it was
The iPod.
the iPod.
Yeah, the Microsoft joint.
Right, but
Yeah, I had one.
the thing I had two of them. The thing with Apple was Apple sold you a lifestyle,
That part.
a way of living.
That part.
So essentially, when I took that phone out, it gave me some kind of stats.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Get it?
So I think
No, that shit real. Like I had the iPhone when it dropped. You feel me?
Right.
Like, I was day one iPhone.
Right.
I'm Team Android, Team Galaxy to be specific, every day of the week now. But I had the iPhone from the first one up to the 10, I think it was. And it was just that. So you pull the iPhone out, people look at you like they really would look at you.
because back when they first was like, once they got to like the 11, niggas was snatching those.
Yeah.
People was snatching phones.
Yeah.
At that point, like I remember back in the day, niggas was snatching like the Nextels and shit. But
They would have died. I'm so sorry.
but that's how I felt about the Trues. I thought like the Trues was gonna get
I
me
mean,
some.
I think we all like, you get dressed, not for the most part, but you get dressed like, you feeling yourself,
Right.
And you hope that somebody acknowledges, hey man, you look nice today. You be like, yes. Take us one. I'm like, killed them.
That part.
Killed them today.
I was trying to kill him.
But at that point, it was just, at the time it was just like that was just my thinking at the time.
Right.
It wasn't. But yes, I ultimately felt stupid. But yes, let's go on to the next topic. What we got next, Leah?
All right. So LeBron apparently approached Stephen A. Smith at the basketball game for Stephen A.'s comments against his son. So what do you got thoughts on that?
As he should.
Yeah, he should
I'm
have.
not gonna talk crazy about my kid in any situation.
I'm gonna disagree with y'all, and I'm gonna say that because your son is in a sport and in a spot. Like, cause think about it.
No, I feel like
There are other players who came into the sport who didn't have the father that was in the sport, or whatever the case may be. There are other players who had to experience that criticism differently than Bronny, because
Kyrie Irving father got active.
I mean, but Kyrie
Stephen A.
Irving's
too.
father he was someone who played in sports. I'm speaking to the people that came from like rather broken homes or their parents never played the sport.
right.
They had to take on that criticism full speed. I don't think Bronny's above that.
And no,
I don't think he's above criticism,
But it was the manner in which how Stephen A. was talking. Like, it wasn't just like,
But he talks about that about everybody.
yeah, but it just sounded real greasy.
I mean, but it's the
So
truth.
no, Stephen is spicy. Stephen A. Smith is very spicy.
Yeah.
In general,
Yes.
he is like, and I can, I don't necessarily care for his commentary all the time, but he doesn't pick and choose who he acts like that towards. He's like that.
He remind me of Uncle Tom. He got my fucking nerves.
His
Hold on,
hairline
time
gets on my
out.
Yes,
nerves.
his hairline is
His
fucking
hairline gets
ridiculous.
on.
I hate that thing. I hate the Uncle Tom thing. Now that I know who Uncle Tom really was. But go ahead, continue.
You want to deep dive into that?
So, Uncle Tom gets. I can't remember the other guy's name, but he gets confused with this other person. The Uncle Tom was really based on the person who really helped slaves. Like he got his freedom, moved to Canada, helped slaves on the Underground Railroad, even came back to help slaves. So somehow his name got
Misconstrued or something else.
yeah.
But I mean,
He aligned himself with Caucasian people, so he was looked at like he was one of them.
okay.
But he was actually helping.
But his move was to do the latter. But you know what I'm saying? Like with Stephen A., it was like, all right, cool. I respect you as a journalist, but it gotta be a line somewhere, like easy, like easy on my son.
It don't have to be a lot.
Wow.
So I'm more black and white about it because it's my child.
Because it's my child.
Right, but
There
if
is
you're
no
not LeBron
situation.
James, you're not doing
No, not at all.
Right.
Not at all. No.
But
that's not
LeBron
true. If you're not LeBron James, you still saying that, but you don't have the position to be able to say that to Stephen A. Smith in his face.
Right.
But you at home, like nigga, you best believe
I never
mother.
run into him.
You best believe KD mother is in the crib. I better not ever see a motherfucker. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you LeBron James, you have the capabilities of stepping to a Stephen A. Smith and saying that shit.
And he stood on that shit.
And I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. I get it as a father, but also it's like this son is in a space where he's going to be criticized.
Yeah, but he came at him from a father's angle, not as Los Angeles Lakers LeBron. He came at as Bronny's father. And then that next morning that nigga got up on there with that motherfucking lavender suit on and he apologized, stood on business, and then apologize again. I said, God damn.
And listen, I'm not mad at Stephen A. Smith either.
You gotta hold your ground.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him for being true to who he is.
He's like, this is what I get paid for at the end of the day. So
if you get checked, you might get checked.
What you was about to say, Leah?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm not even a huge sports fan, but I've heard a couple people talk about this topic already, and nobody talked about it from Bronny's standpoint. Like, how does he feel? As he's also a grown man. That's gotta be embarrassing.
Yes, it is, but I think too, like at this,
how old is Bronny?
He should be like 21.
Like 2021,
yeah.
But I think this goes back to like the Jordan situation, because I actually played against Jeffrey, and Jeffrey wasn't as nice as I thought he would be, being Michael Jordan's son.
Right.
I think children who try to follow up behind a parent who was great in a sport, they have it rough.
It's
like, how do you think
good.
he felt after seeing that exchange? Like, do you think he felt proud that his dad stood up for him, or do you think he felt embarrassed?
If it's me, I'm gonna feel embarrassed.
I think Bronny been feeling embarrassed. I think that when Bronny got sent down to the G League, his confidence took the biggest hit that it could possibly take, and any and everything else that has happened since, including this, only makes it worse for him. Yeah, because he already has an expectancy because of who he is and who his father is. And no, it's almost tragic. But it's really hard for me to feel sorry for millionaires. It is so hard for me.
And then you look crazy.
As a thousandaire.
Yeah, right.
It's so hard for me.
Yeah, because
to feel bad.
But then you look crazy because it's like you got your dad fighting your battles. Not saying that he told his dad to do that. Not saying that.
I mean, that's how it looks, though.
We don't know if he told his dad.
He probably did.
No, like he probably. I wasn't there.
Can't be in the locker room now talking shit and your father.
but he probably expressed his feelings about it towards that. This is my assumption. I don't know, because I believe that there is a reason why LeBron felt compelled to say something. But even then, like I feel as though if I'm trying to stand on my own too, I would open up to my parent and tell him what I had going on, but at the same time, I would tell my dad I'll handle it, because I don't want to be looked at like I'm a bitch ass nigga that can't handle his own beat.
I could be very wrong when I say this. I think Bronny cries in the house a lot. Like, Bronny looks like he cries a lot in the house. I'm sorry. He just had that I cry a lot.
I do think, though, just a side note, how do you feel about a parent, a sibling, who plays a sport better than you?
Oh, if I'm Jello, I hate my brothers. Both of them.
Because what's Bronny youngest? Hold on, what's Bronny youngest son's name? What's Bronny youngest son's name?
Bryce.
That nigga.
Oh, Bryce is yo. Bryce yo. But the youngest one is always the best version. No matter what the sibling, who the siblings you talk about, the youngest one is always the best version, because they watch everything
Jeffrey is the youngest of Jordan's sons? Or is the other one the coke sniffer?
No. Jeffrey's the youngest.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he wasn't nice.
But he was nicer than his brother.
So all my
I would say that, yes.
is bums?
I wouldn't say they bums, but it was nothing. It was nothing. Like, we beat them. We beat that team.
They not as skilled as their father in basketball.
We beat the team.
Because I think a little bit that when you don't have as, like, Jordan had hardship to make it to the league. You know what I'm saying? Like,
To an extent, yeah.
To an extent, not you know what I'm saying.
They grew up millionaires. They didn't have.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have.
If they make it to the
But,
league,
I mean,
they make it to the
they didn't
league.
have
They
the
don't. They
practice on
don't.
it.
But my thing is
Stephen
too.
Curry grew up like
My thing is.
Look at him.
But he just loves.
I mean, Kobe's another good example of that too, because
his father was the truth.
yeah, but it's like if that's in you, that's in you. Pause.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
If it's in you, it's in you.
That's facts.
It's like
That's facts.
I remember hearing a story about Kobe. Jordan, he had on a pair of Jordans, and Jordan told him they some what did he say? They some hard shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And they said this nigga Kobe ain't talked for like 30 days until they played him
Until
again.
they played him again.
Like that's a different type of nigga. That's a different type of nigga.
Kobe. So I didn't have the respect I had for Kobe until I was older. Because I was a big Jordan fan and I was a big LeBron fan.
And I was a big Iverson fan.
I loved it. Allen Iverson was my favorite point guard.
You gotta love Iverson.
He was my favorite point guard to ever play until Steph Curry came along. But I never gave Kobe his reverence while he played basketball, because to me he was just he wasn't a better version. He didn't do anything greater than Michael Jordan, and then LeBron came and was greater than him in my opinion. So but once I started hearing stories about Kobe and his work ethic and the type of
instinct,
and not even just that, but the tenacity that he had, like once something happened to him, like once you did something to him, and the way he took it and made that his motivation and his reason for doing shit, I was like, yo, this nigga was different, bro. Like this nigga was.
I remember Melo had a story. I remember Melo had a
real
story
thing.
when they did when they had the Olympic team, and he was saying like how Kobe would go to the gym at like
5 in the morning. They was coming back from partying, and he was on his way to the gym while they coming in the crib for partying. Yeah, shit like that.
So
like,
this work ethic is
unreal. And it showed.
Yeah.
Like it showed.
Yeah.
Like it definitely showed.
And not to say like LeBron don't do that type of shit, but I mean I don't really know why LeBron gets the
hate
that he does. He is a phenom in a sense, but I do kind of understand like the whole aspect of not having that mentality as a Michael or a Kobe. Because it's like, bro, if you had that mentality, you probably would have way more rings. But for some people, it's not that.
When you say that mentality, because I don't think LeBron's work ethic is matched at his level. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
But the killer mentality, he don't have that killer mentality.
He just don't.
I think let's put a pin in this real quick, and we're gonna come right back.
How much time we got?
1 minute 14 seconds.
Hold on, I'm gonna say this before we end it.
Oh shit.
I just think with LeBron, if he had that killer mentality, he definitely would, one, have more rings, and two, I just feel like for some people, once they make it to the league, they just grateful for being where they are in life.
You think that was LeBron's case?
Yeah, I think he's like grateful. Just I'm here. I'm LeBron. I am who I am. I'm doing what I'm doing. But for some people, it's just deeper than that. You get what I'm saying? They take shit personal. Like Michael took shit personal. Kobe took shit personal. No. I just think LeBron just don't take shit personal.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, I just don't think
I agree with that.
But we're gonna be right back. Give us about 30 seconds.
I'm like, this nigga just sitting there, he's looking at me. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck you looking at? You heard the goddamn full clips?
Look, I look right, I look left, I look at the camera.
He's looking at me, I'm looking at him like, nigga,
like, okay.
You there?
Neither one of these niggas gonna talk.
Alright, so we back.
This nigga wanna fight Leah, he upset. He like, bitch,
I'm on a roll, I'm telling stories and shit.
An hour. Who's counting this?
Keep telling my short stories. Long story long.
What we got next, Leah?
We want to have a segment called Long Story Long.
Long story long.
Solo by Tony.
What we got next, Leah?
Yeah. Well, we want to know athletes.
Places to be and shit.
Mexico and shit.
Right. She bringing back.
Stop laughing, nigga. What's the next topic?
All right, so we can just stay on athletes. Anthony Edwards not taking care of his child.
I don't know. Next. No, sir.
Fuck that nigga. Next.
Nah, but we talked about this off camera. I think he wrong.
I think that's hockey trash.
It is
That's
trash.
just my personal opinion.
But
You heard
There's
emphasis on the butt.
I do believe. I mean, both of them are responsible for the situation because if a nigga tell you, "Yo, I nutting you, I ain't taking care of this kid," you crazy as a woman to still sleep with this nigga.
Still had a fucking kid.
And as a nigga, if she's still going to sleep,
advocate, I'm sorry.
Right. And as the man, if she still sleep with you, you gotta know like something wrong.
Something wrong with it. Yeah, something wrong with it.
Yeah, all of that.
Or I'm about to be a father soon. Like, and I'm not defending him. I'm just saying he told her he didn't want kids. Now that's his stupidity for thinking that shit was going to fly.
Water,
you know what I'm saying? So she disappeared for a while, right, Leah? If you don't know the backstory, she disappeared for a while or whatever, and then she pops back up with the kid. He cut Shorty a check. Like, look, I don't want nothing to do with this kid. I told you that already. And now he's looked at as a bad person. And I'm like,
no, because at the end of the day, I don't mean to cut you off.
He fucking told you.
He told you. But once, regardless of what happened before, the kid is here. Okay, so now what?
And he experienced that himself.
And you grew up in a fatherless household. All right.
He a piece of shit person.
That period, bro. The kid is here.
Get him a vasectomy.
Okay, the kid is here. You don't want the kid. You didn't want the kid to don't sleep with her. Get a vasectomy. Don't sleep with her. Nigga, pull out with her, nigga. Yeah. Like do something different.
Or just don't sleep with her.
That part.
One of the two.
Like I just feel like
I said this off camera. If you can look at a person and honestly say, yo, if you get pregnant, I don't want to keep that kid. Then don't sleep with her unprotected. Period.
My criticism going for the women. I know women fucking hate to hear this, but guys, we hold more responsibility. Does it suck? Yes, it fucking sucks. But if you know you sleeping with a nigga who not gonna want to do shit fucking for you, bitch, get on birth control or use a condom. Or both.
Nah, that's facts.
Yeah, don't. Or I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck her mindset was because some women kind of believe, not all. I'm not speaking to all women, so don't kill me in the comments. But some women believe that
murder this nigga.
You know, I can change him, or if I had this baby, he gonna change his mind. No, the fuck you not. Some niggas do. And they see the baby and be like, get instantly attached. And some niggas be like, bitch.
Anthony Edwards was being recruited in the 10th grade. Anthony Edwards was on track to go professional in the 10th grade. They knew this man.
Grade reading level.
Absolutely. But they knew that he was going to end up pro when he was dunking on niggas in the 9th grade.
Right.
And they were actually ranking him in the 10th grade. Okay. She knew, and I'm not saying that she wanted to have a baby because she thought he was going to, whatever her motivations were, they were. I mean, I don't know that. I don't know.
She probably loved. I'm gonna say maybe like, she probably loved him.
Like even if she loved him,
I think there's definitely a space where women take advantage of.
I mean, that exists. That definitely exists. Yeah. People are manipulative by nature.
Yeah.
But point being, you knew what position you were. You knew what you wanted your life to be.
Isn't he married with kids already?
No.
Something like that? He's not married?
No.
Or something?
He's definitely not married. I don't know if he's
tripping. All right.
Yeah.
You're tweaking. Another basketball player.
There's another Anthony Anderson. Anthony Mackie. Okay.
I mean, he's just a young nigga who don't want to take care of no kids.
Yeah, no, he's really
That's all
a young
nigga.
Yo, and you want to have a baby by a nigga that's talking to the commentator. I watched him at the end of the game. The commentator asked him something. He's like, yeah, such and such. Yeah, so gang. I said,
yeah, nah.
They didn't even want to leave this nigga with Obama.
That part. It's just. They didn't. They didn't.
Next.
They didn't.
Off this nigga.
He's a bad dad.
No.
Yeah, no, he is. That's terrible.
And what made me talk about that shit real quick.
I hope that kid comes out to be excellent, amazing.
Real quick,
absolutely.
the reason why I wanted to talk about that shit because it was funny to me at the time. I was sitting in the shop today and I'm on Instagram scrolling. So the mother was in a sneaker store with her son. And he picked up Anthony Edwards' sneaker, right? So he went to her like, hey, I like these. She's like, put them back. He don't take care of his kids.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be detrimental to who he is as a person and as a man.
Absolutely. He's going to feel that.
Guess what?
He's going to
Once
feel
again,
that.
I don't feel bad for him, like Reece said, because he's a millionaire. He's going to sleep good at night probably because he got millions. He's like,
all parties involved are responsible.
Yeah. What we got next, Lee?
How long is the industry going to keep their foot on Drake's neck?
Forever.
Who wrote this? What do you mean?
I I was watching the Oscars. No, it definitely was.
It's not even just the Oscars. I'm saying that shit.
No, it's everywhere. But what provoked this comment?
Was that
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah,
Conan O'Brien. This nigga came back from a commercial break and was like, "Yeah, so this is the part of the show where Kendrick comes out and calls Drake a pedophile."
Yeah,
at the Oscars. And the entire crowd laughs.
Black tie fit.
Black tie fit. Okay?
Damn.
And so it took me back to a moment when a night I was at work, and this was when the beef was new and happening. Fresh. Not like us had just dropped. And I'm the head bartender in the casino.
Right.
Lead bartender in the casino. And
what the fuck was that face?
and a 60-plus-year-old white guy and his wife are walking past my bar singing
They Not Like Us.
They Not Like Us.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew Drake lost. I was like, okay, that nigga just lost right then and there.
Bro, I seen on social media a priest getting ready for Lent.
Yeah, I saw that too, actually. But my only point is that
one line they not like could just resonate for any fucking thing.
Yeah, no, but
football, like,
and then the A minor, and then the A minor.
It's not that. It's not just that. I mean, the song, like you said, in itself, it just resonates. One, I think. Two, we in a space where America is feeling like they're against everybody right now. Drake's a Canadian.
Yeah.
Drake got a number one song with the radio right now.
Right now.
Talking about a stripper, give this nigga.
Yeah, but also, I think people just tired of that. Like, I think, all right.
Are they?
They gonna take their foot off that nigga neck when they find something else to talk about. That's when it's gonna happen.
That's a part of it. But I also think too, all right, this is the problem I saw with Nicki, right? Speaking to Nicki. And I love you, Nicki Minaj. Please, whatever her little group is, don't kill me.
The Barbs.
The Barbs.
I was about to convert her and Beyonce shit, call them the Barbie Beehives.
There we go. I like that.
I think Nicki's issue was just her music didn't grow with her audience. She captured a lot of her biggest fans during her time with she was with Gucci first.
How did Nicki get into this?
No, hold on. Let me finish.
Because I'm a Barb.
Yes, let me get my thought off. A lot of issues, because a lot of people complain about her online, but I think a lot of the complaint just comes from her music not growing. And I feel the same way with Drake. Drake's music.
See that face right there? She's going to fuck you up.
No, because I'm about to tell you how her tour last year.
No, I'm not saying
sold out.
But again, that's fine and dandy. But I'm just saying, collectively, her music hasn't grown. What has she talked about?
You listen to a Nicki album?
I've never listened to a Nicki.
So then, how do you know what's growing?
Because this is hold on.
She's talking about her dad's death, the birth of her children.
Let me finish.
Her marriage.
Because this is hold on. Let me finish. Because this is the complaints I see coming from women. A lot of women who have followed her career says this hasn't grown. I'm at this space in my life now. I don't want to hear about this anymore.
Okay.
And I feel, hold on, let me finish. And I feel the same way with Drake. Drake is the same way. Drake, all he talks about is his fucking insecurities and how women fucked him over, how he got money now, and he fucking bitches left and right.
There's a lot of rappers that keep that same
Not at his age.
Future. Who's older than him? I think Future grandfather on the low.
I don't listen to Future like that no more.
But he keeps that same path, and that shit works for him.
And guess who fuck with him like that? Young niggas.
Them white
it's old niggas out here that fuck with Future.
Yes, so the old niggas that live the same way that Future lived.
But to that point,
that's bullshit. I like Future. But I don't live that fucking lifestyle. I work every day.
But to that point, this is their career. And I'm not mad at you for doing what works inside of your career, right? So, if getting into the artistry side of it is a different conversation. But this is these niggas' livelihood, and if they keep doing what works, I know for my job, I'm gonna keep doing what works. You see what I'm saying? So, if that's what keeps getting them paid, then I'm not mad at that aspect of it, right? But it's just crazy to me how calling this man a pedophile has become such a joke that it's almost normalizing calling somebody a pedophile.
I mean, I think that just happened out of just the history of him.
Yeah, like people got to see, but then niggas take it too far. They get to break it down lyrics from other songs. Pause. Why did he say that?
When is it going too far, right? Where else? But But along the same lines, where else have we seen something like this happen?
We haven't. But
I'd argue 50 and Ja Rule.
Yeah, 50 and Ja.
Because he's still on his neck. He's still got his foot on his neck.
Yes, I mean, as far as the beef wise,
not to the magnitude of.
I don't think white people was involved.
They wasn't like
not like they are
cannabis in LL.
Yeah, no, I mean, but no.
But I'm saying
Brian wasn't given to the Oscars.
I don't think nobody was.
Not to this magnitude. Like even Drake beef with Meek wasn't this like back to back was. Clearly, what people claimed that Drake won, but
no, he did win.
Now, I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying what people said, claimed. I didn't say that it was true or false, but nonetheless, niggas not still talking about that beef no more.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, niggas not even talking about the Pusha T shit. I mean, even though Pusha T won that, but
that shit wasn't talked about 2 weeks after that shit was done.
Yeah,
I think Drake is just so iconic that. It's definitely
no. I mean,
I don't even think it's that. I think some people just generally tired of Drake.
They could.
I mean, and then from what I've heard of him, like as a person, I think that plays a bigger part too. I think that plays the biggest part of it all.
So all of that matters to so to your point, I think all of that matters to us, like niggas and like black people. Because we heard.
No, I'm not speaking in that aspect. I'm speaking that as like I had a person tell me they had an interaction with him, right?
Right.
And they were saying like the interaction, pretty much the conclusion they were like, yo, he's really an asshole.
Oh yeah.
So I think whatever he's done among the industry is just finally catching up to him.
Fair.
That's why I think everybody's kicking his back.
Yeah, because he just may be that guy that everybody really dislikes.
I don't think it's that because white people love him and they don't have a reason to dislike him.
Well, if you ain't fuck my bitch, why would I have it?
That I mean, that's also that.
Yeah, he's a serial bitch.
I think it's more. I mean, yeah, but a lot of people, everybody don't know that about him. I think a lot of people are just marveling at the fact like the king was knocked off of his throne, and we're watching in real time. Because then he throws a temper tantrum about it. So he didn't do himself any favors in the way that he handled this shit.
He ain't keep it hip hop.
No,
as far as hip hop heads go,
he didn't keep that shit manly.
Yeah, not even just that. I think too. Not just that. I agree with that as well. He didn't keep that shit manly, but I think also too. He just wasn't strategic about anything he did.
No, none of it. And when he tried to be strategic, he looked stupid.
Like,
and I'm a Drake fan. Like, I'm saying all of this as a Drake fan.
Like when he wore the Compton University.
Strategic because he put out the first two. So, like he was like kind of like poking like this thing ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna like rap 2 songs.
I agree with that.
I feel like he came out strong, and then when Kendrick hit that, he was like, "Oh shit!"
So I think that what happened to Tank last week.
The pushback was going.
I think that what happened with Tank last week is what happened to Drake.
Not even that.
I think he hit a nigga in the mouth, and then he's gonna get hit back in the mouth like that.
No, I wouldn't even compare it to that. The best way to compare it is the Crawford fight.
Okay.
That's how I would compare that. You didn't think he was gonna come out here and do what he did, and he did, and you didn't think he would have the support that he did, and he did.
Yeah, no, he had the whole culture of boxing behind him.
Make it look sexy.
Like, bro, he had the whole
that part.
Like, how can you be the nigga that has a whole coast
behind you?
You got a city. He has a whole coast.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough to beat.
That is tough.
That's tough to beat.
That is tough to beat. He literally had the entire West Coast.
I like that.
The entire West Coast.
The entire West Coast.
From Napa Valley down to the Bay.
And then too, another thing was too, I think a bigger argument was too, with the Not Like Us track was that...
Except Game. That's the only nigga on the West Coast who wasn't with you.
Yeah. And I think a bigger part of that too was just that the comparisons between the two individuals. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like Drake comes from a space of privilege.
Right.
Where Kendrick doesn't.
He's raw.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of and a lot of people miss this.
Didn't he win a Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah.
I said that, but it wasn't a surprise.
Yeah.
You did say that. I got that shit from you. You got me repeating false.
I've been drinking up with the Tito's.
I think a lot of people, when they compare the two individuals, I think where Drake fucked up, essentially.
No, you fucked up, right?
Was when he tried to start acting tough. Because Kendrick, a lot of people overlooked that. Because a lot of Drake songs that we love are what? The songs where the melodies.
Yeah.
Kendrick said. We love Drake with the melodies.
Yeah.
We don't like Drake when he act tough.
But I do love Drake when he act tough.
I like Drake when he act
Like
tough
all the
sometimes.
timestamps.
I didn't. Oh no, all of the timestamps are crazy.
They fire.
But personally,
I think that Drake didn't put out good music in this battle. Like that's what I think.
Yeah, but personally, I didn't like that because in my mind, I'm thinking like, nigga, you don't come from that. You got you a couple dollars now, and you run with some niggas that do that. But you don't come from that.
See, I don't know where that
niggas don't come from that. They're from
but I don't know where that niggas come from. I don't know what happened in Canada with this nigga.
All I know is that shit sounds good on wax.
And that could be in my own ignorance.
He killed scheming.
Hold on, but as far as
Exactly.
when it comes to comparing Canada to California, we can't compare the two.
So I don't think it's shit tough in Canada. Like I don't think.
Yeah, that's like
in my mind. I'm sure.
It's an art form.
So that's where I was going with this shit, Leah. I don't like I said earlier. I don't have a reference for any. Like I don't have a.
No, I wasn't doing that.
But see, no, I'm pretty sure because
I mean, it probably was a nigga out there doing that, but
look,
Drake wasn't doing that.
Nah, I don't think Drake was doing that. But who knows?
From his folk page, scribbled in his notepad. So what? It was beautiful. It's art. He bought it.
The delivery was fire.
But like let's be real. Hold on. Fuck all that. Let's be real. We're all of the age where we come from an era where we understood that some of these people had to be in these spaces that they talked about. Because if anybody was exposed, I think the first fucked up situation where we didn't crucify somebody that was exposed was Rick Ross. Because when Rick Ross was exposed as a CO, niggas didn't crucify him like they would have if it was 1999 or 2000. Because guarantee you, if you found out Jay-Z was a motherfucking CO in 1999, niggas would have been on his ass.
Yeah.
But did you see the backstory behind why they said he became a CO?
It was something gang related.
He was doing shit for the booby boys.
I mean, all of that shit
That's
very
what
well
they
could be
said.
true.
Yes.
All of that shit very well
But I'm just saying in the sense of if it was the 90s, that shit would
I think when hip hop got away from being New York and LA based, all of that shit went out the window. Alright, especially when the South came in. Don't get me wrong, niggas down South was trapping and
I'm about to say niggas down South getting it.
No, I know that.
But they made trap music.
But I also feel like certain artists stayed in their lanes.
The music changed.
Like Outkast ain't never talked about no tough shit.
Right, my point. And I know but music changed.
They didn't really talk about it.
Like music went to niggas actually started enjoying making music that we could party to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even though we could still talk about selling drugs and shooting niggas while we partying. But
make it look sexy.
That's all you and that's what it became. You just make it look sexy.
Right.
Like and it was just that. Which is okay because nigga I'm 100% positive Tom Cruise is not a secret agent. Alright, like this nigga's not a spy.
Yeah.
Okay, so like,
yeah, but you know what? At the end of the day, look,
that part.
This is entertainment. This is my opinion. At the end of the day, right? If I'm an old rapper or I'm a new and up and coming rapper, and if this is what's hot, this is what the niggas is listening to. This is what I'm gonna do.
This is my livelihood, and rap is the only place we do that in. We don't do that with shit with no other genre of music.
I completely understand that, but I also think that shit held some relevancy as far as with not like us held so much power. Not only because it was a bot, but in the sense of like, oh yeah, this nigga's from here. How could he be this way when he raps like this? No one had a problem at the time that he was doing it, but when that song came out, it made niggas reflect.
But I also believe that it was if you would have gave that beat and those same exact Kendrick lyrics to I don't know, whatever other artist there is, it probably wouldn't have hit the same. I believe the person that delivers those bars makes a big difference in how it's received.
So you're speaking to my point, because of course we believe if anyone's a real Kendrick fan, you know, listen, this is what niggas misconstrue. And I forgot old boy name, but he said it on a podcast. He was like, yo, Good Kid, Mad City, like Kendrick is not a good kid. he was like, he's speaking of us in a space where he wants to be a good kid, but if you really listen to the album, you can tell he was not a good kid.
He was a good kid. Like, I didn't want.
I ain't get that from the album.
No, go back to the album.
I listen to it all the time. I love the album.
Listen to peer pressure.
Hold on.
Kendrick was trying to get some pussy. That's all he
was.
The one
bad thing he did was break into the house with homeless.
That's not the one bad thing he did.
Like that.
I mean, you can say that on Good Kid, Mad City. Damn, he talked about how niggas was about to chip a nigga. Like, if you really listen to how this nigga talk, this nigga is a menace.
So I'm talking about just Good Kid, Mad City.
If we talking about Good Kid, Mad City, he speaks on that.
Why can't he be a nigga that is from his hood and he hangs with the niggas that is from his hood?
So
it's a question.
No, let's do a whole album breakdown because we really want to get into it.
It's like why can't a nigga be from West Baltimore?
I know that.
And you got into the car with some wild niggas, and you like, oh,
like, cause these my friends.
Because y'all looking at it from a space of being where we from, being where he's from. That shit is a whole different dynamic. Bro, I remember, like, no bullshit. I remember when I played AAU and we went to California, niggas literally told us, when y'all go out there, don't do nothing crazy, don't do no handshakes, don't do nothing. Because this is where we at.
Good kids out there?
I'm not saying it's not no good kids out there, but for the most part, people that come from there, they are in the mix.
So they're bad people?
I'm not saying that they're completely bad people, but they're in the mix.
Okay, so he could be in the mix and be a good
some of them have.
I gotta find that interview because
that was the whole
some of them have.
Bro,
you think people don't get the same pep talk when they come in?
That's not what I'm saying. I gotta find that interview because
because you're not making sense right now.
No, because bro speaks on it. And when he said it, I'm like, now the album completely makes sense. He says, y'all really listened to that album and thought this nigga was this type of way, and this nigga was not that type of way.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Area.
Can I ask you a question? And this is a real question.
I don't agree with that.
Can I ask you? No. Let me ask you a real question. Was this nigga with Kendrick Lamar?
Yes.
He was with him.
Yes, he knows this nigga. Like, he knows this nigga. He said, that is not who y'all think this nigga is.
Well, that's a whole different topic.
So now that makes what you're
some sauce on it, nigga.
Now that's making what you saying a little bit different because you didn't say that initially. Like this is a nigga that grew up with him that knows him personally.
No.
Because at first it sounded like you was listening to his music and you interpreted it the way that you did.
No, y'all moving the goalposts of this conversation.
Yes.
Because I'm not even looking at this as Good Kid, Mad City is an autobiographical work. Like I'm not even looking at it as he was rapping about himself. That shit is a concept album. And when you make concept albums,
I don't think it's a concept album. I think he's rapping about himself.
But I think both are true. I think it was a concept, and I think he was telling his story.
I'm not saying that. So
on the peer pressure, he
I'm not saying that he wasn't telling his story, but I'm saying that I think it's a work of art.
You don't think it was autobiographical?
I don't think it's right. I don't think it was like he was exactly. I think it was inspired by.
Yeah. Okay,
his
then
story.
we can go to Damn. Damn is, to me, he's also doing the same thing.
Dan wasn't really a concept album.
Not saying that he was this angel or anything like that, but he also has. You can do bad acts and still be a good person.
Be a good person. Like you can be a kid.
But from somebody who says they personally knew this nigga and said he is not the nigga who y'all think he is.
Yeah,
this nigga is really diabolical.
Okay, so he has personal.
He very well could be O-Dog. I'm not taking that from him.
He may be,
but O-Dog is crazy. Most niggas don't know that nigga was 15 in that nigga.
No, that nigga was. They was all kids. They clearly was in class. That movie started with them in high school.
Yeah, like he just may have well been an O-Dog in Compton, but
he could have also been a Kane.
He got away with it.
But to all
he
that,
could have been a Trey.
Hold on. To all that. Nah, he definitely wasn't a Trey, because Trey wouldn't have been breaking the niggas' houses.
Nah.
Let me out the car.
Let me out the car.
What is his name? Dog. Let me out the car. Dog.
Let me out.
I was just telling my daughter something today. I was like, I consider myself a good kid, but I was telling how I shoplifted as a kid. Like,
but you didn't grow up in a gang-infested neighborhood either.
Right, but I'm saying
She used to say
good kids make bad
puppies over
decisions. Good kids make bad choices
Again,
sometimes.
listen.
Somebody telling you sell pit bulls over these?
You may have made bad decisions, but imagine living in a gang-infested neighborhood to the point where you gotta wear a certain color a certain way. You can't associate with certain niggas a certain way.
Yeah, but
you
when
gotta
you in that
move
shit,
a certain way.
it don't. When you in,
I mean, even in the Not Like Us video, you see him and Dave Free doing some blood shit. So it's like,
but it's well known that he is blood affiliated.
I think
but
they keep saying that he's affiliated.
But to that point though,
he just,
when you in it don't feel the same.
You know that nigga Stacy?
All right,
that nigga's a blood.
Right, but when you in it, it don't look and feel the same. It's just like a nigga. It's like a nigga from here. A nigga from here being from Lexington Terrace don't realize how bad Lexington Terrace is until he move out Owens Mills. All right, so when you in that shit,
that's a crazy analogy because that's so true.
It's the truth. Like it's the truth.
I didn't realize how good I had it, so I started hanging in East Baltimore. And I'm like, oh damn.
That part.
She was selling the pit bulls.
Selling the pit bulls in East Baltimore.
She's offended.
Give it relevance.
She was selling the pit bulls.
She's offended.
She's saying, what part of East Baltimore, bitch?
Yeah.
Old York.
Shout out to some of that.
Yeah, that's like me being from Jersey. Like,
right.
My mother is from one project. My dad is from another project. I didn't know that my city was fucked up until she moved me to Maryland.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
But be like that though.
It was normal to me.
Just to my point though, I think the song resonated because I think people just started seeing the differences. Again, when I go back to that bar of we like Drake but the melodies, we don't like Drake but he acts tough. I think a lot of people took that shit literal because like Leah just said earlier, when you think of Canada, you don't think of tough niggas. It's almost like how back in the day.
You said that. Nigga, I didn't say that.
Who said that? Somebody said that.
I said that.
Yeah, it was me.
I know, I definitely said
I
that.
fucks with you. I know y'all got some fucking gritty shit going on.
No, and I know they do.
But like,
and I know they do. Like I know they do.
In the sense
the same thing with Paris. I don't think about when I think of Paris. I don't think of the hoods in Paris.
You
But I
think
know
about
niggas
the
is
Eiffel
killers in Paris.
But-
You know what I mean? Like I know
to what
that.
extent
Real
though?
bad.
Right.
That's the thing we think.
They probably got some of the grimiest.
Oh, they
Listen,
did.
I'm pretty sure that
It's the same
the
in Paris.
cruddiest nigga alive might be in Canada.
You could absolutely be right. But when
But in my mind, no,
right.
nigga.
But when it comes to that violence and how America treats violence versus other countries, we probably are the most violent.
Nigga, we
country.
herald violence here.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
we,
like-
we blow countries off the map when we don't like
Yeah,
them.
when it
Nigga,
comes
like,
to
we
violence.
Also have like triple the population.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but we don't have to be as violent as we are.
No,
You get what I'm saying? Like
No,
we choose violence.
Yeah. Most of us choose violence.
Choice.
Oh, is violence a choice? That's a good topic.
What?
Do we choose violence?
Yes.
Yeah, most Americans do.
Yeah,
I mean,
see
look
that?
what just happened in the
See
hair
that?
shop with that one girl.
Oh, she dragged her by the hair.
Yeah, now she,
15-year-old.
her dumb ass getting locked up.
Violence
But
is definitely a choice.
we'll be right back. We're going to have one more segment and we should be done.
No, we not, y'all. Bye. I'm in Mexico.
We coming right back.
Good things. Good things.
All right, y'all. We back with our last and final
6%.
segment. We kind of got deep on that Kendrick Lamar thing. We're going to move on from
did.
that
My apologies.
because I don't agree with these niggas. They wrong.
No,
What we got
go ahead,
next?
get back.
No, what we got
Got 30
next?
minutes to unleash.
Go ahead. What we got next? No, because we can talk about this shit all
We only
night.
got 2 more topics, so.
Go ahead. What's the next 2 topics?
Alright, do content creators fight with authenticity or doing something gimmicky for views?
Yes, me.
Whoever wrote
me.
views misspelled it.
Oh, yeah, that was me. My fault.
He revised.
But for
I was rushing. I have this talk a lot with T because I be seeing certain podcasts go viral, and I fight with the frustration of like,
Why shit not doing that?
because there's a lot of stupid shit that go viral, bro.
Because it be stupid shit. And
There's
people
a lot of stupid shit.
people love seeing people make a fool of
people are massively
themselves.
stupid. So, you know,
I
they
just be
flock
feeling
to
like
stupid shit.
I just be feeling like sometimes like, yo, we are authentic. We talk about some real shit. We talk about some funny shit. But I'm not about to get on camera and have my nipples out
Yeah, I'd rather have quality over
if
quantity.
If he guaranteed us 1 million views, would you take your shirt off and hang your nipples out?
No. Yes, he would.
I'll show my nipples. I give you my nipples for
because
I don't got no shirt on underneath this hoodie.
I've done it for less.
Hey, Reece, they pierced?
No.
But I feel like again, like I said, it's a lot of shit that I just be like, how did this go viral? Like, how did these people find themselves in a viral space? Like, I think the dumbest shit I've seen, you know that end of the L.E. Chopper song where he be like, let me know your butt.
Ew, no, I don't.
There's a song called Let Me Know Your Butt?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like,
but not
know your butt.
I can't tell you any in
It's a song, but it's this dude that interpretates the song by using his voice to do the instrumental, and then he says the lyrics. He literally posts the same video every day, and let's say like 3 times a day he posts a video. Let's say 2 of them shits go viral every time.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is the dumbest shit.
And it's just him saying, let me know your butt.
Yeah, and singing the song in the voice.
I mean, it's dumb to you, but to others is fucking entertaining. Like, some of the shit that I see on social media is equivalent to a monkey with a fucking tambourine. That's the same person that be in my brain sometimes.
Yeah,
right. It's a little monkey in my brain with a tambourine.
I feel like on a movie, yeah. Like
I mean, but so the thing about it is, though, you got to look at, it's a couple different factors you got to look at, right? So from the creator side, that's what we're talking about. When you create, like when you form a business, you have to write a mission statement, right? As part of your articles of declaration, you have to have a mission statement,
correct?
Stating what your company's core values and goals are, right? So
watch out for this picture.
Yeah, I've been beating this picture up this entire day.
Yeah, fuck you, Aunt Mo. You
but
did that on the Super Bowl, sorry.
But point being, if you're rooted in caring about morality and value, then that's the space you stay in. But you have to accept the fact that your climb is going to be a different climb. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just like how we were talking about, I forget we were talking about something earlier, but along the same topic. This is when this is what you're doing as your livelihood. We were talking about music. When this is what you're doing as your livelihood, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to succeed, then you're going to start compromising your goals, and I mean compromising your values and compromising your moral beliefs and things that you stand ethically on. Yes. For what you deem to be successful, you know. But and that's what business is. That's what commerce is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand that.
I'm not mad at it. I just don't always certain things I won't budge on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's me. Like I think I'm in that space where it's like, yo, I'm not doing nothing gimmicky because I feel like 1, we too old. 2, we're not cut from that cloth.
Yeah, like bro, I refuse to be a goofy nigga to go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like it has a lot to do with popularity at times. Yeah. But I'm just like you said, I'm not willing to get on this camera and do something wild that's against my moral.
No, not for the sake of going viral. Now I'm a goofy nigga.
Yeah, so I play a lot.
I mean, if you being yourself, right? That's completely
that's fine. With that. But some shit you could look at it and be like, yeah, that was extra, but it go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like I like we always have been saying since
day one.
It's gonna be that one thing that we think is it may be, it may be something that you edit out of the video that might have been that thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you just really can't pinpoint it. You just gotta, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
roll with the punches.
That's where authenticity comes in.
Yeah, in due time.
It plays a big part.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I feel like if you stay true.
Do you think people still care about that?
About authenticity? Yeah. You have a caliber of people that do. Do you have a caliber of people that?
I think people care about what they believe authenticity to be. All right, what I mean by that is just because we think is like what I think that what I hold to be authentic to me might not resonate with people. You know what I'm saying? Right. It could be something that I'm doing to be performative that feels authentic to a person and resonates with them. And so I say all of that to say authenticity is subjectable. Like it's subjective. Right?
Yeah, because I was saying when I was having a conversation with T, I was like, I'm at a space where like I feel like maybe we just gotta find our tribe. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there's
it's that. I feel that.
It's a niche for everyone. You get what I'm saying? Like for instance, I don't understand how some ugly women do numbers on OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
But they do because they have a market
Some people.
Yeah.
I mean, like everybody got a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask y'all a question? It's kind of off topic.
No. Let's hit it.
No, because beauty is subjective. But can I ask y'all a real nigga question?
Go ahead.
Have you ever knowingly dated an ugly chick?
Yes.
Like chose to date an ugly
Yes.
chick? Yeah. Okay. I just make sure I wasn't the only nigga.
No. Yes.
I think a lot of people. I mean, I think it's the same on both sides. I think women do it too, and I think men do it too. But I did it because it's simply out of how I was treated and the sexual.
How
experience.
she treated you better?
Yes, and the sexual experience.
So I feel
like ugly chicks definitely fuck better.
They got a point to prove.
They got something to prove.
They got something to prove.
They try to keep your ass. They try to keep your ass.
They got a point.
Ugly chicks. And this really might be the shit that make us go viral. But ugly chicks definitely fuck better.
Yeah,
they fuck better.
They got a point to prove.
They are some nasty individuals.
What? Listen, I
disgusting.
Man, listen. Here,
I had some situations where I had to go look in the mirror.
Going down that street.
Yeah,
okay.
Myself.
But I did. I laughed at it because y'all was talking about the ugly chick with the OnlyFans shit.
Yes.
But at a point in my life, I dated this girl who was ugly as fuck. Right? Like she wasn't just ugly; she was ugly as fuck. And
ugly as fuck is crazy.
It's insane. And like you know, what's like I'm gonna tell you the day I realized how ugly she really was.
Jesus.
So I told niggas that I used to be in the studio, I had a studio.
Mm-hmm.
We was working on the project. And we was in the final mixing stages of the project. So I had to come through and cut some drops and this, that, the third. So we all meet up at the studio and everybody got their girl with them. And I walk with ugly bitch, right? I'm sorry.
I said I walked in with ugly yo.
I came in with ugly yo.
Was she built crazy though?
No, nigga.
Her body wasn't tough?
They be the ones.
No, bro. No,
the ugly ones with the bad bodies?
Yeah.
No, she wasn't. Yo, she did. Her personality was everything she had. All right, like she was
everything.
She was 98.5% personality. All right, she was the nicest person in the world. But shout out to her.
Shout out to being ugly.
That part. But we in the studio and I'm wrapping up. I'm doing my final mixes, and she had to use the bathroom. And so she's like, where the bathroom at? And my homeboy wife was like, oh, it's down the hall. Make a right. Boom, second door. And so the studio, everything is soundproofed off, so the doors close, and when they close. So she leaves out, the door closed. As soon as the door closed, Raina turned to me and was like, yo, Reece, what the fuck? She couldn't wait to say it. Like,
nigga, you better than this.
She couldn't wait to get it out her mouth. As soon as the door said click, like all you heard was, Reece, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, I know, yo. She's so nice though.
Look, you gotta get to know her.
She's
so nice.
Like they don't complain. Like, yo, can you rub my back? I got you. They do that shit for like half an hour.
Whatever you ask, it will be done.
It will be done.
But I'm gonna tell you when I had to let it go. Because I rocked with her for a minute.
Right.
I used to smoke a lot of
green stuff.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of it. Like
the devil's lettuce.
A lot of it, okay? I wasn't even a drinker. I was strictly a smoker.
Okay.
And we used to smoke together. And
who?
Me and her. When I say we, I was talking about me and you.
Better too.
I was talking about me and her. We used to smoke together. And then our work schedule shifted so we weren't home at the same times.
Right.
But like twice a week. And so one day I'm home and she's not. Well, she didn't live with me, but I was in my house by myself and she was coming over.
Right.
And I was on the back porch smoking and she had a key. So she comes in and she comes outside and I'm on cloud 10. Okay, and I turned around and got scared. I turned around and said, oh shit.
Yeah.
That moment.
Nigga said intruder.
Ugly? God damn.
Nigga said
Well, she had a Wesley Snipes piece?
No.
What the fuck did she look like?
She had, listen,
yo, for you to get fucking scared of your girl.
I got scared. I really jumped. And
Tell someone else your goddamn self. Coming in.
When you come in the house,
that scene on Scary Movie with Shorty she was in the movie theater and she was like,
With the sound effect, yeah.
And I said, oh shit. Like, and I saw the look on her face. And at that
She was
moment,
like, damn, he recognized I'm out there.
like,
Yo said
we both knew that was
we knew at that point.
Yeah, look. He sees me now. Look, my ugliness has shown its ugly head.
I feel so bad. I never say
How
her
much she
name.
know about me?
Then what did she follow me?
She might. She might.
Now the question is, this is the real question though, right?
Was you fucking wrong?
No. We don't fuck that. No, the real question is,
I was not risking that shit.
the question is,
I was
did
not
she?
risking that shit.
Yeah.
You got a lot of ugly girls out here and niggas that don't know that they ugly. Did she know that she ugly? Because there are signs
Some people know.
when people know that they ugly.
That's a good question.
That's a humbleness that come with ugly niggas.
There are signs that
She didn't act like she was a pretty bitch. Like she didn't walk around with the confidence, with the ego that pretty girls walk around with. All right, so she did have a level of.
Oh, she knew she was
had a
ugly.
lot of humility.
No, she knew she was ugly.
She had a lot of humility.
Yo,
and I got away with a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, because she ugly.
Yeah.
She was ugly, and I'm not
I
saying
think she knew she was ugly.
Yeah, like she knew that she was ugly.
I do think she
I done
knew
came
she was
across some ugly chicks that talk to me like they Beyonce, and I be like,
Yeah, no.
Did you
That'd
see
never.
yourself?
That'd never.
Like you can't talk to me like that. You're not pretty enough to talk to me like that. And I ain't everybody's bag, but you can't talk to me like that. You're
And
ugly.
there were other moments I considered breaking up with her because of how, like when I found out she had a beard, that cause she actively shaved.
Yeah,
She actively shaved, and then one day I did this.
They can't help it.
No, so sometimes that's why I didn't hold it against her. I considered breaking up with her. I didn't hold it against her, but that day I got scared.
That's my fear.
This how this nigga was. This how this nigga was.
Yeah, that day I got scared. I was It was. yes, it was. And I thought a monster was. I thought it was a monster.
Yeah.
Like I did. I thought I saw a monster. I realized I turned around and thought I saw a monster, and I jumped like I saw it. And it was the most natural jump. Like it wasn't performative. It wasn't staged.
Bitch, you scared me.
I was afraid for 3 seconds.
But
in that moment,
to your point though, I ain't gonna hold you. They do be the most chillest.
Yeah.
They back would go with the flow.
Yup. Don't be on your back.
Yeah.
There is a price to being with a beautiful woman. Like there's an absolute price to being.
I think,
and I'm willing to pay that price. My wife is gorgeous. All right, I will pay that price.
This might
10 times over.
This might be another viral moment here. What I'm about to say. I think the 7 and the 8s, they the ones you should probably be with in life. 9s and 10s. One, I found out 10s definitely are not
too much
pretty.
work.
They definitely are too much work. It's too much that come with them. 9s think they 10s, so that's why they're fucking.
What make a 10?
To me, a 10. Well, that's like you said earlier.
My wife.
Good job, Reece.
And look right at the camera when I said it. My wife.
What you said earlier was, what you say? Beauty is subjective.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm into chocolate women mostly. A 10 for me would be Kelly Rowland. That's a 10.
We love Calandria.
So you just saying like, what all goes into it?
It's a lot. I've dated a 10 before.
So I don't think a 10 exists on site.
No. Yeah.
All right, like you can.
I agree with that.
In my book, the highest you can probably get on site is an 8 to 9 on site. Mm-hmm. Like I would have to know you to know that you a 10.
And this is and on site. This is based off of just strictly.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So what's the percentage breakdown of like how you really calculate a person? Like how much of your percentage looks and how much is?
Well, you mean from a man perspective?
How we compatible?
What you mean by looks in the sense of what?
Well, you got to look at the motivation.
I'm talking about the numerical value that you're placing on women. What percentage of that is just looks versus?
Well, it's a sliding scale though.
80, 85.
It's a sliding scale because you got to look good for me to want to approach you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to at least be somebody I can be seen with in public. All right,
yeah.
I went down that track and that'll never happen again.
But the ugly bitch you talked to her.
That's why I just said I went down that track and it'll never happen. But that I didn't talk to her. That was
usually
a situation.
that usually the ugly
that was
situation comes from.
It didn't come from me.
Fell in your lap.
Well, no, because my one of the dudes I was doing music with at the time was her best friend's boyfriend. So we all linked up and went out together, and I met her in the club.
So you gotta have a conversation.
So Yeah, like it was an entirely different
usually
situation.
the ugly chick that comes from either being in an intimate space where y'all have no choice but to deal with each other.
That part.
Mostly work.
Yeah, and the conversation probably be fire.
Yeah, and it just
and you kind of be like,
yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Because the ugly chick is normally your friend first. Like you're normally on friend terms before y'all ever start fucking with each other on.
And in that moment you get invited to the crib, she got something a little too small on, and things just lead to things. And that's how that starts.
I was drunk. Okay, like we went out. I got drunk. I ain't gonna say she did. I just don't remember much.
He was horny.
And then I got the fuck out of there.
That nigga was horny.
But then we talked for like 3 weeks before I saw her again. And then,
so you got to know her.
I got to know her, and then I saw her again.
You was like, fucks with her. Then you saw, you was like,
that's why people should get to know each other. Cause
that's why I like that show Love is Blind.
Yo, love can be blind because fucking beauty fades.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna hold you. Nothing's more annoying than meeting a fucking ugly chick that's fucking solid, and it's like, fuck.
But you're ugly?
Yeah.
No.
I think women do a much better job.
Ugly Mo. By your personality though.
I think women do a much better job at that.
I mean, but y'all can get away with that.
I think women do a much better job
really
at that than men do.
Cause like
that's a shame.
Nothing's worse than coming to
but it's not though. It's what society is. Like it is what society is.
But you know what?
And it's been that.
But you know what? As men, I think it's like an unspoken understanding. Like if I see you pull up with an ugly joint, I'd be like, I already know what's going on here.
Yeah.
She sucking fuck like no other. 1, 2, she probably got a fire personality.
Yeah.
And it ain't too much.
She probably cool as fuck.
And she probably cool.
She probably cool as fuck. Like she can pull up anytime she
like no bullshit. You genuinely like her.
Yeah,
as a person, you like her.
She can pull up to the function anytime she wants.
And then the ugly ones with the bad bodies.
Yeah.
Niggas be understanding. They be like, I get it.
But nothing's more.
No, that's scary to me because they ugly with a bad body and they think they bad because of their body.
Not all of them. Some of them still be humble because they done had a spell or a time in their life where they was just getting fucked and left. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So now they like, okay, niggas is only fucking with me because my body bad.
But I ain't gonna hold you though. I've seen situations where like, all right, let me backtrack. That's not what I was about to say. Most men want to go to a function and get that uncle approval.
Facts.
You know, like
facts. No, niggas
go
live
to the
for
function
that.
and be like, nephew.
Niggas live for that. Yeah,
nephew.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
Facts. No, that's listen. Growing up as a man, no, that's some literal man shit though.
Yeah,
like
if you take your girls to the function and don't get one nephew.
Nephew or my like for me.
You go, hey boy, I see you.
I just did that shit to my cousin not too long ago. I was like, hey boy. He was like, right.
Like that. Hey, shit. No, my favorite shit is when you walking in with her and they looking at the uncle and the cousin like, hey.
It is.
It's a rite of passage.
It really is though. It really is though.
That and my dad used to be like, son.
Yeah.
Or a nigga be like, yo, I like your work.
That part, oh man, I like your work is crazy. That means that he didn't see more than one. Alright, he's like, oh, this little nigga be working.
Yeah, this
nigga be working.
Like, bitch, you don't know you in there.
But no, I'm gonna tell you some shit I don't like. I don't like when my homeboy pull up with the over the top beautiful girl. So I'm like, nigga, you probably tricking off on this.
Yeah, how much
she costs?
Yo, I got a quick story.
It might be hate.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hold on.
I'm okay with that.
I got a quick story, right? It's this chick on Twitter, right? Shorty got like 500,000 followers. You feel what I'm saying? I'm thinking like she not gonna respond to my shit, but I just shoot my shot, right? Yeah. She responds. So I'm like, she was from Baltimore, so you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, dummy, what's up? Like, just playing on some shit. Like, she ain't gonna respond to that shit. She responds. So I'm like, all right, cool. Get her on the phone. Man, she could not, like, a conversation.
Yeah, no. Out the door.
And she was, I'm talking about like bad. No, it was her, because we FaceTime. It was her. But the conversation?
She had leg poisoning.
Oh my God, Joe. I'm like, yo.
She had leg.
I'm like, yo. How your day going? All right. What you up to? Nothing.
Everything closed at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like, so tell me something you love about yourself. Me.
My nails.
Like,
Not my nails.
My hair.
then it got to a point where she was just like,
My lashes.
why you asking all these questions? I'm like, how the fuck else am I supposed to get to know you? Like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know her.
She
What?
If we
she
can't
don't-
hold a
I find-
conversation, I'm like,
I find with them ones who like know that they bad and they top tier, they do not know how to hold a conversation.
Yeah.
Or they find it weird when someone is trying to get to know them.
know.
I mean, because and this is just what, and this is just,
women focused podcast.
No, I'm not doing that.
and this is just what I think, right? This is just what I think.
Trash.
Like they get hollered at so much, they trying to figure out what the fuck your angle is. And you think that could be a factor? Like,
I mean, I agree with that, but I just think I think some women who are top tier like that. Plus, she was from like the hood of West Baltimore, so like, yes, I might be from those areas, but
Zone 15.
yeah. The heights. The heights.
I'm familiar with these areas. You feel what I'm saying? I grew up in Emerson, so
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. So it's like I get it, but I'm one of these people that have the ability to talk outside of the confidants of the city.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't speak like how some.
You're
Like
not-
I've actually had people ask me, like, "Are you from here?"
You're not a product, quote unquote,
Right.
of your environment.
So it's like I feel like some people from here are accustomed to that type of conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
And
what's up, dummy?
When they hear something
Fuck it
different.
is, big head. What you want, big head? Like, bitch, I ain't fucking with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a sense of
what's
that
up,
type
big
of
head,
in that type of conversation.
Right.
I don't do that. That's not me. So it's like, I think in that particular situation, that's what she was just accustomed to.
I had a situation like that. I'm with one of my homeboys, right? This is a while back. We out somewhere, and I was living here for a hot little minute, but not as long as I've been here now, right? We out somewhere, and he seen a chick that he knew. He was like, or knew her or knew of her or whatever. But either way, he's like, bring your stinking ass over here. I was like, oh, she about to cuss him out. She's like, boy, you so crazy. I was like,
Yeah,
that shit
like-
works.
I don't talk like that.
Bring your stinking ass over here. I was like, huh?
Yeah, I don't talk like that.
Nah, they friends.
Bitch. I love you.
What?
Bitch.
Like you could play with certain people, but he said it in a room full of people,
Yeah.
and I was like,
You was confused.
I know she ain't going for that. She's like, boy, you so crazy. Give me a drink. I was like,
Oh, well, that's the time
What?
she was on.
I was like, okay.
But I
you know.
think Shorty was kind of accustomed to that way of talking versus.
She wanted, it's like, like I was in the shop and a chick was in there and I forget what music we was playing in the shop. It was like some like early 2000s rap shit, right? And Shorty was like, yeah, that's when men was men. I was like, when he was calling you bitches and hoes and that's what you like? And she was like, that's what men was men. Men is real sassy now. I was like, so at some point in time, you was comfortable with niggas calling you bitches and hoes and degrading you.
I mean, you saying what was the song? Because old school R&B wasn't calling.
I didn't say R&B. I said rap.
So R&B.
I did say R&B. Oh, pardon me. I apologize, Leah. It was some like early 2000s, maybe no later than 2005 rap. She's like, yeah, that's what men was men. I'm like, I was like, so you like for people to talk to you like that? Yeah, because niggas nowadays is sassy. You know, that's everything that niggas do now is sassy. But when a nigga disrespects you,
Niggas do be sassy though.
I'm not saying that niggas don't be sassy, but I'm not saying that they don't. But it was just a reference of like that's when men was men.
Yeah.
That now that niggas treat you with a little bit of respect, now we sassy.
Yeah, I mean that
Yeah, that's.
It was the individual that I was talking to, and she kept trying to backtrack. I'm like, no, you said it.
Yeah.
Make sense.
Me with respect and me and sassy, that's two different conversations.
Yeah, that's two different conversations.
So what I was saying to her, I was like, men are still. I was like, so you don't like to be talked to with respect? She was like, I mean, yeah, but y'all niggas be trying to cater, and I was like,
all right, that bitch's job.
I was like, I know that, but that was me
That's
baiting
a
her.
real argument argument
No.
with niggas is sassy, but bitches still deserve respect.
But that was me baiting her into a debate,
I do agree.
and she didn't have the right answers. Like she thought her statement was slick.
Yeah.
In a room full of men, and I was like, so.
Oh yeah, she got to learn how to read the room better.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you can't walk in the barbershop with the male bashing top.
Yeah,
Listen, I think we are in an era where the black community is starting to see things a lot differently. I mean, just as far as like we can go down the spectrum, mental health, being awareness. I think we are new to these things versus other races.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it is generational curses, man.
Yes, and I think
it is, honestly,
some women just come from an era where things were a little different, and now we in an era where we're trying to be much more in tune with who we are as people, so we can make better decisions as whether it comes to partners, jobs, friendships, whatever the case may be. And some people are just not understanding of that.
Right.
So it's like that when she says that, she's just in a space where she don't understand the dynamic of how men are today. You get what I'm saying? But
you know me, I'm an antagonizer. And
no, I get that. I get that.
That was me popping my shit.
Yeah,
a lot of it.
Yeah. I completely understand. Like, I know who you are, and I get that.
Yeah,
but I also think it speaks to a bigger conversation of like, yes, we are new to a lot of the shit that we were kind of burying.
Yeah, but that's not an excuse to stay that way.
Yeah, it's not.
When you know better, you
when you know better, you do better.
Like,
and you're not elevating, then you're
right, yeah. And I think a lot of people are just kind of new to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, back in the day, shit was a lot different. You know what I'm saying? But now we're in a space where men are much more in tune with who they are, or wanting to be in tune with who they are. Niggas is learning big words like boundaries and shit like that.
Yeah, she got 4 syllables. 3 syllables.
Right, like, man, the fucking word I hated last year. What was that word last year?
The prize. Who is the prize?
The prize?
Who is the prize in a relationship?
Who's the prize?
Men.
Yeah.
Men.
Oh.
Both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially both of them, but I mean, for a man, he has to build himself up to be worthy enough to attract a certain woman that he desires. So it's like, in that sense, if I want a certain demographic of women, a certain demographic of a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, back to that one podcast I'm not going to mention, they only interviewed a certain particular kind of woman, which was gold diggers. And I'm like, well, if that's what you want to date, you have to build yourself up to that point.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're the prize because of that?
Yes, because you're not going to accept me if I'm a fucking bum.
No, so I get that.
You as a woman can get, like, we had this argument before. Remember
we gotta have a whole
the gas station argument. Remember the gas station argument?
Yeah.
You literally, as a woman, how you look now, could go to a gas station and fuck any nigga that you want
Fucking
to.
is not like that's
But
not a
men
victory.
cannot do
That's
that.
not a victory.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you have that ability.
All right, wrap it up.
But niggas don't have that ability. This nigga got to be in a Lamborghini with a Rolex watch.
That's bullshit.
Shit. Okay, if you think so.
I mean, but the fact that you got to do all of that to go get the chick makes the chick the prize.
We got to wrap it up.
Thank you. But
I don't think so.
Yeah. But that's my wrap up.
We will be back next week. Hopefully Jeff will be here.
That's Tony's way of saying he don't want me.
Damn.
No.
Thank you, Reece.
Listen, Reece, thank y'all for tuning in to the Wiretap, y'all.
Reece is more than welcome to come.
Hey,
thank y'all for tuning in, man.
You're more than welcome to stop by. We fuck with you here. We will see y'all next week. Thank y'all for tapping in. Like, follow.